Kill you.
Gotta do it again. David! Edgar! Big O! Darren Stephen Luke!
Luke.
Malcolm Raymond Rocco!
Raymond and
And Beecher Copernicus!
Copernicus!
Alrighty.
Woo, woo.
Well now, welcome back everybody. Thanks. See you all next week. You know what? Let us start with a rousing biblical verse by our friend Peter, and perhaps he could give you a little background on it.
Rousing or
Yeah.
arousing?
You caught that right, Peter? You're up.
Just let it happen.
Are you muted, Peter?
Proceed.
He is muted.
Peter!
Oh, come on!
Come on, Peter. We don't
I'm
like
back.
to wait.
I'm back. Just had to get a new cup of coffee.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Do we need to point out this was a special request from Tornado to see if there's any good sexual advice in the Bible?
Okay.
I'm going to read from Song of Solomon 4:16.
Oh, no.
You are a garden spring, a well of fresh water, and streams flowing from Lebanon. Awake, O north wind, and come, wind of the south. Make my garden breathe out fragrance. Let its spices be wafted abroad. May my beloved come into his garden and eat his choice fruits.
What the hell?
Just remember, Tornado, this book is for the kiddies to read.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you gotta live by its rules.
All right.
I need to refer to something that the Nostalgia Critic said once. You know, for kids!
Yeah,
Exactly.
indeed.
That's the Bible.
All right. Well, that was a great opening. We'll consider that the.
Yeah, I may continue a little bit with 5:1.
Okay.
I have come into my garden, my sister, my bride. That's a little bit awkward, but okay. I have gathered
Always
my.
pay their debts.
Hey, there are some people who have hot sisters.
Hey, God. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. That's enough out of you, Cap. Peter, carry on.
Well, I mean,
Cap, that's enough out of you.
Jaime Lannister.
Cap. Too much information.
Yeah, that's
Too
enough out
much
of you.
information, Cap.
well, no, my
This
girlfriend is someone's sister, and I think she's really hot.
Okay, thanks
So there
a
are
lot.
hot
Yeah.
sisters out there.
Very good.
I
Cap.
don't think that's what I just read, but
No.
okay. I have gathered my myrrh along with my balsam. I have eaten my honeycomb and my honey.
I have
And
eaten
drunk
my honeycomb and my honey.
Yeah, and my wine and my milk. Eat, friends, drink, and imbibe deeply, O lovers.
Friends? There are multiple people in this?
Yeah,
Oh, yes. It was an orgy.
Well, I thought since we had Cunnilingus, I'd throw in a gangbang as well.
Why not?
So I think
All right.
We have
What
the
the heck is the Bible? I swear.
okay. Stop.
Is
Hold on.
We have a video.
Yes, we do in fact have a video.
Tornado, I am not responsible for what's in the Bible. I'm just reading it.
Yeah.
No,
Indeed.
the only thing you're responsible for is my therapy bills.
All right.
Oh, I'm already sending mine to Peter.
Trust
Okay.
me. You want to believe?
Tornado?
Don't read the Bible.
Tornado. As long as it's just your therapy bills and not your sister's as well, I think we can cover it.
I'm an
All right.
only child. Damn
All
it.
right. Squirrel has
Okay.
buzzed. Squirrel has buzzed. What do you got, Squirrel?
Okay.
Yes.
Tornado has said that Peter is responsible for his therapy bills.
Okay.
All I'm going to say is citation needed.
All right.
By the way, it doesn't have to be your sister.
Here we go.
It's
Let
more
us-
biblical that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, funny you should mention it. Why, yes, we do have a video coming up. and it's
But
called.
Si, we're doing Bible study.
Okay, well, very good. We'll continue that at some other point. Maybe we should. This is a fine feature film recommended by May64. I recommended it in the video recommendations on our Discord server. It's called Flat Earth and the Ball Sleigh from the My Perspective channel.
What?
Oh,
You couldn't make this stuff up, really.
Perspective.
From sitting on Matthew to a ball slate.
My perspective.
I just gotta ask: does the ball slave also have a ball gag?
Oh, of
Okay, that's an.
One can only ask.
All right.
No.
So, having passed that little part of the conversation, we will now move on to, as I said,
But wait. I have a question. Does
Yeah.
My Perspective have the knack for it?
That's disturbing.
Hey,
Yes,
hey,
yes,
I have
it
a
does.
question for you, dude. Is it the knack or the nuts?
okay, you're
Yeah.
brilliant. Yes, Peter.
Factard wants to know if Santa's going to be in it.
It could very well be. All right. And, okay, here we go. And I'll start it right now. And once again, it's called Final Warning Answers in Genesis.
Oh, no.
All right. No. No, we covered that crap already. Okay,
Yeah.
Flat Earth and the Ball Sled. Yes?
You doing that? I was almost going to say boot cap.
Hey!
You're right. That would be a pretty bad thing for me to do. That would merit booting cap. Okay, on with Flat Earth and the Ball Sleigh, and I can't wait. That's a lie. I'd be perfectly happy if I never even knew this film existed. All right, here we go.
Sounds like a bad
Dashing
part of
along
the
the zone. Sorry.
Look at this production value.
Ooh, nice.
Perspective.
Everyone's going to be thinking that now.
He even thought of
Hey, look,
bringing
I got
something for the pug. Look.
Drank.
Okay, already.
I
Virtual animal abuse. Get that fucking dog out of there into a proper home.
That is just plain wrong.
I
You
was
bet.
thinking you were gonna call it just because it's a lab. It looks like or at least kind of look like a lab.
All right.
No, that's a Roddy. That's a
That
Rottweiler.
was right. I couldn't really get a good look at it.
All right.
Actually, that is the Millennium Dog.
All right. Hefgar, what do you got?
You can live the dream or open your eyes and live reality.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a little pot calling the kettle black.
Just a little.
A little bit. Tornado, what do you got?
I was going to say, really? Now you're copying. This person is My Perspective, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, stop copying the pug. Buster can sue.
All right. Let us, 20 whole seconds in. Kick ass. There we go.
My perspective, yeah. In this clip, I want to deal with Wolfie's clip that he posted on the internet, right? We showed a ship, right, in the front and a ship behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's wrong with this image? Wolfie's claiming that this is
He's
real.
looking at ship behinds.
So we're going to have a look at this, right? that you can see a ship behind the horizon, dropping below.
What is up with
And then he has the
pauses
cheek
tonight?
of saying that his ship makes flat earthers look
That's
stupid. It makes them look
900.
Drink.
I was
Drink, whether or not you want to consider it one, but holy fuck, get to the fucking point, guys.
Indeed.
Like seriously, just hey, look at this video. They're saying this. This is where I think they're wrong. Is
I'm
it
wondering what
really
I'm
that
looking at
difficult?
right now.
Indeed. Yeah. And if anyone hasn't figured it out, we're debunking an attempt at debunking. So,
Drink.
all right. And, oh, wait, we got Jared, we got all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me,
Cap.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
Cap.
Yes.
All
Yes, Cap.
right. And yeah, the whole P900 thing, that is, I'm tired of hearing about the freaking camera.
See, I just bought one you know what? Just for that reason. They're always talking about the truth detector, goddamn P900. So I got one. And guess what I find out immediately after? The P1000 came out. All right. And by the way, Fino has a request. He wants in the last one we did a little bit already in this one. Fino says, "Stop just talking over the video and get back to shouting drink or pause." So we should.
Okay, when they make a fucking point worth calling drink, we will.
All right, good. All right, Tornado, you have something to toss in here?
I see a giant man who is much bigger than any man reasonably should be, and I'm seeing clouds behind him. I think this is CGI. Or I'm seeing clouds in front of him. I think this is CGI here.
This is educational, Tornado. This is how clouds are formed. They're farted out by giants.
No. It's even more simple than that. This is Peter Cottontail's retarded cousin.
I thought that was God farting the universe out.
And yet, and truth of the matter's got it. Yes, I was a victim of Moore's law with the P900. All right, let's continue. And yeah, let's do that. Let's make sure to call drink so we stop the nonsense and give our brains a little break. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I can show you a clip of this man riding his bicycle behind the horizon, right? Put on some camera shake, right? Put on some motion blur, right? And say, well, this footage is real.
Drink.
Okay, Jared, what do you got? Were you convinced, Jared?
Just because something can be faked doesn't mean all footage is fake. Yeah. I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm good. No, fuck it. You're a goddamn fucking retarded jackass.
Straw man.
All right, Cap, go ahead.
Oh, Jared said, well, I was going to say, but I do have a question for Jared now. Why did you tell us how you really feel?
Yeah, really, don't hold back. All right.
No, after this, you guys a link to a comment back and forth I was having with someone just before this started. You'll understand the vitriol towards stupidity.
Hey, Jared, I already dealt with flat earthers already before this stream. I was in a live stream with two.
Oh, I'm on a Discord server where Debbie Duran, Pete Shea, Grim V, Sean G, and Spurs Chemo tend to frequent.
The only one I recognized out of that name list was Debbie.
Consider yourself lucky.
Yes.
I'm going to have to go back and write down those names, and I'm going to have to look them up. You know that
Darn
now,
it,
right?
Crypto. Everyone look at Crypto.
Uh-oh. What's he got?
What is real? Baby, don't hurt me.
All right. Before we get
since
Crypto,
do it, I had to.
Yes.
I have to point something out with Crypto. Crypto used the wrong reel. We're talking about movies, so it should be REEL.
All right.
REAL.
That
the
works.
right reel,
Astro Rex is something good too. Debbie Deranged.
Okay.
Yes, that is a very apt moniker for her, Rex.
I would say so.
Pissy Pete.
Yep. That another accurate one. But if you want a good flavor of what kind of idiot Chemo is, Go to my channel. There are a couple hangouts where he is the centerpiece, and I'm
All right.
He should be thankful he lives in the UK and not the US.
Yeah, he's Jared. If you were to try and say something, I'm going to try and do my best to accurately impersonate Spurs Chemo.
Okay.
So basically, someone would be talking, and then Spurs Chemo would be like, "No, I don't think that," and then go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, no.
No.
Is
Spurs Chemo the one who?
No, Spurs Chemo. Spurs Chemo doesn't exist. He's fake. See what I mean, Cap? He'll interrupt you in the middle of a sentence.
No, is that the guy who made the bet that the eclipse happens at?
No, that's Anthony Riley.
Yes, that was Liley.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm showing how much I keep up with the flat earthers.
Like I said, consider yourself lucky. All right, before he forgets what he had, Ethgar, you had something to add?
Yeah. So his little clip here with the guy supposedly riding his bike along the horizon or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Many things. First off, that was clearly a still frame that he moved across, and not even bothering an attempt of an animation.
Mm-hmm.
Second, if he's partially on the other side of the horizon, he's angled the wrong direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all right, let us see.
So I take it you're saying intellectual honesty is not this man's strong suit.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even think wearing shorts is his strong suit.
RJ, Doorknob Head has something for you.
Oh, the love boat.
All right, so we can get this going. Peter,
I
what do
have
you
a
got?
question. I just have to ask this real quick. Is anybody else shipping the man on the bike with that cruise ship?
Damn it! Where's the cricket sound?
And we set it up for you too, Cy. Come on.
All right. On that note, Peter, what do you got?
Yeah. So his last question was, does this look real? Can I point out that I do stuff with video as well? As far as I know, and you might want to rewind a little and replay a little, but boats don't have brakes.
Generally not. Yeah. So he was indicating that something, which Jared pointed out, the fact that something can be fake doesn't mean that it is. And as an example, he was using something that was an extremely poor fake. Is that basically the point? So
I haven't seen any point yet, but
that is also true. All right,
we're just a few seconds in.
Yes, we've made
quick addition to that too. If you know how to analyze this stuff, it's really easy to see whether a video's been edited or not.
Alrighty.
Peter?
Yes.
You do know that boats can go in reverse, right?
They can go in reverse, but to stop this boat, mate, I don't think that's even possible.
Having been in the Navy, we have to be able to stop the aircraft carriers somehow. How do you propose to do it?
Yes, but how much distance does it take to stop the aircraft?
Oh,
I think
it depends on many factors.
I think that's what
Depends
Peter's
on how
referring
much
to.
wood the woodchuck can chuck.
This clip looked like it was sped up.
It was, yes.
It was, and we did a test run on the Kitty Hawk once without the air wing on board, where we did tried to see how quickly we could stop from 30 knots. It took about 50 boat lengths, and we were chattering like a motherfucker during it because they go from full forward on all four propellers to all back.
Right.
All reverse. And yeah, you can shake that
experience a braking problem.
So it's not brakes per se, but they do slow down and eventually stop the ship. But as it was pointed out, this video here was sped up quite a bit.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I think Terry Davis is onto it. this boat has
Jared,
ABS.
I need some clarification. How fast is? What did you say? 30 knots? How fast is that miles per hour for us normal folk, not you people with sea legs?
Don't say squids; he'll kill you.
Oh, a knot is 1 nautical mile per hour, so it's a little bit faster than that. So 20 knots is something like 22 or 23 miles per hour.
Okay.
Yeah, so at 30, it's almost 35 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And anyone who says knots per hour needs to be flogged.
Just a little bit, Beach.
Why do you say they need to be flogged?
Because it's redundant.
A knot is a
knots per hour. A knot is nautical miles per hour. So you're equivalent of saying nautical miles per hour, unless you're accelerating. But then that's an entirely different matter.
Yeah, if you're accelerating it,
And how does the boat make the evidence for the Earth being flat?
I don't know. In any case,
it's nebulous. Let's just put it at that.
There's more stupid coming to go towards that, I'm guessing. Which
threats, eh?
Which just means that the drink counter is probably going to end up around 30 by the time we're done, if not higher.
Let's see if we can.
That's my guess.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And I have a question. Since I'm European, is it legal in the U.S. for boats to be in the bike lane?
That's good point. Good point. All right. Let's see.
Well, I don't think it's illegal.
I don't know if anyone has bothered to make any rulings on that topic, but Tornado, did you already cover your thing, or you got a new thing?
I think I already covered it. The boat thing. It's like
boat thing. Got it.
The whole CGI bit.
Got it. Squirrel, you're top of the list. What do you got?
Someone made a crack here a little while ago about intellectual honesty, and the people and the guy that made this video. Mm-hmm. This video is on this channel on this date. This weekend at this time. Is there ever going to be actual intellectual honesty? Think about that.
No. From us, even when we're absolutely fucking hammered in about 3 sheets to the wind, yeah.
Indeed.
But wait, from the videos themselves? Oh, fuck no.
No, certainly not. There'll be none of that. All right. And on that note, why don't we get the hell moving? Here we go.
Wolfie stuff is fake.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And it's
you know what? We get a drink just for saying Wolfie stuff is fake. Get a drink for that. All right, Tornado, what do you got?
Assertion without evidence.
Damn good. I like it. All righty. See, I didn't even justify it. I was just mad. All right, moving on.
And I want to show you why. Look at the size of the ship, right? And let's have a look at that. So who's the stupid one? Is it Flat Earthers or is it Wolfie?
I know the answer.
Well, it's Wolfie.
Right?
He doesn't.
No, Jared, what do you got?
Drink. Okay. Drink. The answer to the question. It's you.
Yes.
It's not Wolfie. It's you.
Agreed. Tornado, what do you got?
Hold on. I was going to say, this sounds a lot like an ad hominem.
I don't know. All right, Cap, what do you got?
Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm understanding what he's trying to argue here. He's trying to argue that since the one boat is further back, it's smaller, and that's why it's hidden by the horizon. Even though it's a horizon, if it was that, you would still be able to see the bottom. It wouldn't be obstructed by any view.
I don't know.
You would
Cap.
expect to find on a globe.
I don't know, Cap. All I got out of his argument so far are big boat, small boat, guy on bicycle, stopping boat. That's all I was able to pull out of this so far. I got nothing else, really. All right.
P900 was in there somewhere, too.
Yes. Like, how could I forget that?
Yeah, got to pray to the almighty P900.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try.
Yes.
Did you see Vice Rhino's latest video? Since you have a P900 now, you can establish that if you need to find a building, and then zoom into the building, and after that zoom in on the moon, and see that they're both equally far away.
Okay, I'll give that a shot.
You have to do that experiment. Since you now have the P900, really like to see you do that experiment.
Very good. Well, if I start
Peter.
out with that as my assertion, I'm gonna be out there a long
Who
time
made that video?
trying to prove that.
I think it's Vice Rhino's latest.
All right, I'll have to look
Isn't
in.
Vice Rhino a flat earther?
No. Oh God, no.
No, Vice
Oh.
Vice Rhino is one of us.
Yeah. Oh, if he's no, don't even think like that, Tornado.
Okay.
I now owe Vice Rhino a most sincere apology.
Yes. Yeah. Vice Rhino, he does crap where he takes down flat earthers and creationists and all of them.
I'm sorry, I just wasn't familiar with the name. I am sorry, Vice Rhino.
Not a
Yeah.
problem.
You're not following Paulogia either, because
Yeah, he's been on there a few times.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's before we get too far off track,
Paul is how I found Vice Rhino, I think.
Indeed. Before we get too far off track, why don't we move on with the video and see how he botches it further? Here we go.
Fino just gave it away. Fino just gave it away. I don't know if Vice Rhino would like that.
Oh my god!
but it's true.
It is
true.
That is it. Well, he did say it on camera once on a live stream. So during the roast of Can't Hold It. So it's not technically that.
Oh, he gave it away because I only saw his video that he wanted to keep it a secret. Still,
it was the roast of Can't Hold It when he said it, and when he said it, I literally did what Shannon said she was doing, going through and matching all the letters. Like, holy shit, it is.
All right. Well, as long as he did it first and we didn't just blow it.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on.
Moving on. Exactly.
Look, if I have a ship, right, and there's a ship behind, look at the size. The ship behind, if it's far away, should be smaller.
Up. Karis has a drink call. Please proceed.
Got a buzz.
I think he's doing this wrong if he's trying to prove round Earth wrong, because as he's pulling that ship backwards, the bottom part of it is already sinking beneath the horizon.
So, Karis, are you saying this man isn't intellectually honest?
No, I'm saying that he's inept with trying to prove his point even in a CGI.
Ooh,
He probably doesn't even understand what he's looking at.
There's a rarity. There's a rarity in the flat Earth world.
Well, you didn't have to even say understand what he's looking at. You just say he doesn't understand, and that pretty much solves anything with a flat earther.
That works. All right.
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
I could be. I could have seen this wrong. I don't know.
I know you don't want us to back it up, so we'll just let it go.
Yeah, no, we're gonna assume you're right, Karis, and we're gonna keep going.
All right, that sounds good. Moving on.
Because if it's not, and these two ships are the same size, right, and they're both supposed to be on the horizon, right?
Drink.
No, they're not.
Okay, Jared.
Yeah, Hathgar got it started for me. No, the claim that they're both on the horizon is patently false. One is significantly closer and well before the horizon, whereas the other one is noticeably beyond it. Your ability to compare something visually that's in the same goddamn frame is so horribly inept, dude.
Okay. Alrighty, here we go.
How can that be possible? Unless, of course, there's a waterfall.
Yeah, look, the bottoms are cut off.
Seriously.
In the middle of the ocean.
Dude, explain why we can't see the
forecastle.
All right.
Ships are the same size. That means they're close together.
Drink.
All right, Tornado, what do you got?
If two ships are the same size, even next to each other, that doesn't mean they're close. If they're the same size and they're next to each other, that just means they're the same ship or same kind of ship. But even if they're the same size when you're looking at them both directly, if one's farther off than the other and you can actually see part of it being cut off, that means it's not on the horizon. It means that the object is significantly below the horizon, which means that there's something getting in the way. Like, oh, I don't know, the curve?
That is entirely possible. All right, Jared, what have you?
All right, one to the previous view where you still saw both ships.
Uh-huh.
The one in back. I just had to say flooding on the forecastle.
Seriously.
And of course that's if the Earth was flat. And two, there's a wonderful relationship. Maybe someone can help me understand what it is. Something about the what is it? The angular size of something, and how it relates to the actual size. And wait a minute, what's the third variable in that one? Oh yeah, the fucking distance to it.
Indeed. Alrighty.
Oh, you mean like perspective?
Perspective. Get it right.
Indeed.
No, I'm talking about actually the legit perspective.
Hmm.
Which this guy needs to be smashed upside the head with.
Well, this guy is showing that he doesn't even have the skill or talent to be trying to do what he's doing right now.
You're saying that Dunning-Kruger is strong with this one.
I will give him this. His production value has promise. He can be an artist. If he pulled his head out of his ass, he might actually be able to learn something. But I'm guessing, doesn't actually want to.
So, Jared, just to make sure I understand, you're saying he has cranium rectum inversion?
Oh, just slightly.
Oh,
okay.
See,
just want to make sure I understood.
See, that time I had the crickets ready. Son of a bitch. All right, moving on. Here we go.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Someone just Crypto. He said he got a video suggestion in the Discord server. I had just had a look at it. One Mr. Thrive and Survive thinks subs don't work on a globe Earth.
And he has
You think since he has agreed to do a talk with the both of us, we should touch on that?
If it's the video, rocket-powered submarines won't operate in a globular vacuum.
Okay.
Wow. If it's the Thrive and Survive video, I think it is.
It's the one with Tinkerbell.
Oh,
I'm
God.
not sure how she comes in, but it's the one with Tinkerbell.
I had to walk away.
I think Disney can sue.
I walked away from my computer after watching that one because there was just too much stupid to it.
I see.
But then again, I lived aboard ship for how many years?
So what you're saying is we should hold on to that one for next week.
Yes.
All right. So shall it be. Someone remind me of that.
Yeah.
All righty.
It was maybe a dishonest plug and plug, but I actually cannot wait to have you, Sai, help me out in a live talk with Mr. Thrive and Survive.
What fun we shall have.
Oh. And to address something Beach just said in the chat,
yes.
If we tried to use a picture like this to explain to a flurfer, they would never accept it. Well, no shit, because they have a double standard that anything they do is hunky-dory. We do the same thing. Well, no, you can't do that. You have to show me in reality.
Quite true. All righty.
And they'll claim CGI.
Of course. All right. And moving on.
Are you saying Tornado isn't CGI?
That's what Wolfie's claiming.
Oh, God. Drink.
Okay, Jared, you got it.
Holy fucking shit, dude. That is not even close to a fair representation of reality.
Drink.
No, it is not.
So, can we put this as a logical fallacy straw man?
I concur.
All right, that works. And we will augment that. And wait a minute. Oh, wait, Strawman. We have a thing for that. Hey, Strawman. Okay. I'm sorry. I just love doing that. All right. Heathcar, what have you?
This already got touched on, but assuming that those ships are the same model of ship, so they're the same size, and they're under the same load, which it appears to be, one would not sit higher than the other, even with waves. The way he has this, one is clearly sitting higher than the other. Not to mention the waves are just wrong anyway. But
oh no, he's trying to show
I think one of the boats is heavier, and it's so heavy it even made a dent in the water.
But see, what he's trying to show there is his misunderstanding of what the globe model actually shows for the progression of curvature. This is him saying, "Oh no, it's actually a flat plane, but they're actually this close together. So in order to look like that, according to Wolfie, the water should be doing this." No, you fucking idiot! You're getting. It is a straw man. He is creating a straw man of what the standard model is, and then attacking his failed understanding of it.
That was Chuck Norris doing push-ups right there.
Alrighty. And here we go. Let us once again carry on with the fun.
See, Wolfie doesn't understand perspective. He's trying to fake video footage. He's doing a bit of motion tracking. So we're going to have a look at the motion tracking as well. In other words, camera movement. And in his clip, the camera moves. So besides getting this horribly wrong, the size is horribly, horribly wrong. Because the boats are the same size, right? Wolfie is not a smart man.
I pause. I gotta point something out in the comments.
Okay, go ahead, Cap.
Biggles Biggleson. No, he is creating a straw boat.
That would be a raft.
I'm sorry.
A straw boat fallacy.
Yeah.
Like it.
Now,
Right.
I have an actual drink because it
Okay.
just clicked.
What do you got?
So he was showing how the boats were not apparently the same size, but actually they are the same size, and asked and answered my argument about his misunderstanding of perspective. He has the distances wrong, which is why the ship sizes appear wrong to him.
Okay. All
Should
right.
we point out that Fino corrected Karras a little, and I think he might be accurate. Chuck Norris never does push-ups. The Earth is jumping away from him in panic.
Yeah.
All right. And here we go.
They're both supposed to be on the horizon. I mean, how ridiculous is that? The point is there are people out there faking things badly. So look, the ship behind should be smaller. That means it would have to be traveling faster. In Wolfie's clip, right? Now watch this bit. How can the boat in the front move like this? Unless, of course, he's doing motion tracking. Or he's moving the camera. Do you understand? That's what's happening. How can a ship move? Why?
Wait, how can a
Because
ship
he's
move?
supposed to be
Just
standing still. The camera's
Yeah.
moving.
and further, what? There's a lot of variables he's not taking into account. I mean, why would the ships have to be moving at a either equal speed or a predictable speed? And his conclusion that you have to be moving the camera, I find to be complete. You know what? Yes, that does deserve a drink. God damn it. Tornado, what do you got?
Is this another logical fallacy? Potentially another straw man, or is this the same one?
No. Strawman. He's having to misrepresent the views of people who believe in a spherical Earth in this case. And no, he's just plain wrong.
Yeah,
Sure,
just plain wrong.
Indeed. Alrighty, and more of this crap. Here we go.
It means the relationship between the boat and the camera should stay the same. It cannot change.
Drank.
Jared, you're up.
No. Holy crap, dude. Have you not watched Objects in the Distance as you drive down the road? I mean, apparent motion is dependent on a number of things. So it's either you moving looking in relation to a static thing, like a tree out in the middle of a freaking field somewhere, or you are still, the other object is moving, and guess what? Relative speed matters and direction matters. It's almost like there's this wonderful idea called a frame of reference.
Indeed.
You might want to look into it.
Maybe you didn't get the memo. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
So watch that again. Look at my clip, right? Go back, have a look at Wolfie's clip. Now do you understand the big mess that
Pause.
Wolfie made in his...
Something I just noticed by looking at the apparent motion of the water and those ships. From this view, I can tell that ship in the foreground is maintaining a relative position. It's not actually moving, or if it is, it's at 1 knot or less.
Okay. And Hethkar, what do you got?
Which makes the answer to his earlier statement: the camera was fucking moving.
Okay. Alrighty. Here we go.
Clip. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at something that Wolfie also got wrong, horribly wrong.
Oh my.
Was principles in perspective. One of the principles is, look, let's just say I have a camera, right? My camera is set up, let's just say 1.3 meters above the ground. It's locked down. Here's a man on a bicycle. If the floor is flat and that man moves to the horizon, he rides his bicycle to the horizon, the handlebars will stay in the same place. Right? He will just get smaller.
Not necessarily, but I'll give it to him.
The handlebars stay in the same place. He's just getting smaller. But his position in relation to the horizon stays the same if the floor is flat.
Okay.
Right. If I raise my camera higher, right, as in this case, the man's head stays level with the horizon.
All right, yeah,
and he just travels towards the horizon. So let's say the camera in this case is 5 meters off the
Your
ground.
vanishing point would... Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Drink.
Go ahead, Hethkar.
Your vanishing point would raise with your camera. He's got the vanishing point still in the same spot.
Oh, he's talking about if he raises the camera to the level of the guy's head. He hasn't said anything stupid yet. What he said about the handlebars.
I guess I misunderstood what he was talking about then, but
But he's talking about the whatever the center line drawn between the center of the field of view of the camera and the vanishing point. He's trying to say whatever's in line with that will stay in position. I don't know why he's repeating it, but anyway, we'll see.
Because
Peter,
he's an idiot.
He's an idiot. There you go. Peter, what'd you have to add?
Yeah, I suffer from insomnia, and I'm actually going to conduct an experiment, and I think I may download this video and have it played and see if it gets me to sleep, because I'm already getting sleepy the way he talks.
So
and
it's
the
not
things he
just me.
says.
I'm glad you said that. It's not just me. Okay, cool. All right.
I have to wonder, is there any actual real-world circumstance where a bicyclist would be able to ride away from a vantage point in such a way that their head would remain fixed on the horizon?
Relative positioning of the camera.
Yeah, if you jack the camera up to his head height, that would work, I think. Of course, what's with the blue? Is he riding out over the ocean here? What's going on?
No, he's using that as a representation of the floor or the ground up to the vanishing point. So the light blue is the floor, the gray above is the sky, and it's all going to the vanishing point, which is on the horizon.
Gotcha.
But what I was going to point out before, a point I was going to hold on to as he was displaying the first view of this is, notice how the person riding the bike is getting smaller in totality and is not magically starting to be truncated from bottom up.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, that seems to conflict with one of the other flat earth nincompoops. Do you get the impression that they don't compare effing notes?
Either that, or he is going to try and make that point. He just doesn't. He's going to have conflicts in his own video. I mean, that's also a possibility.
Oh, that's also a Flurfer staple.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So,
you think it's unlikely that we're going to get a prediction, an eclipse predictor in the model along with the bicyclist?
Oh, of course not.
Okay.
Well, the bicyclist will drive
I
in
have
front
my
of the
hopes
sun and
all
then you'll
up.
get your eclipse.
Peter, you have buzzed in. What have you?
Predictions.
Yeah, I think this may answer James's question as well. For a scientific experiment, I think there's a lot of gray area in this.
Yeah, that's quite true. Yeah.
Yep.
And
all right, moving on.
do you have a counter
there's a
for
significant
shameless puns?
There's a significant lack of gray matter, though.
Oh,
Good point.
that's for sure. Yeah.
All right, moving on.
I don't move the camera stays there. That's what will happen. The man's position, his relationship with Ryzen cannot change. Now, if I drop the camera and I put the camera on the floor, right, his back
You'll break it if you drop it.
And this is where he gets it wrong.
That will stay the same, right?
Yeah, there he's got it wrong.
Yep.
Let him say it.
Tornado called drink.
Tornado, what do you got?
I think I smell a straw man incoming. If
All
he's
right.
not making one already.
Well, let's see what goes on. I'm not sure. And did we
Oh.
miss anything?
No, we already see it on the screen. Notice
yes.
how the first
That's a straw man.
The first two were progressively smaller all the way to the vanishing point on the first one and the second one. What happens with this one?
Yeah.
Not only does it
Smaller, bigger and truncated.
But let's listen to what he says.
I detect a tiny little inconsistency big enough to drive an effing truck through.
Right, but this is the picture. Let's listen to how he explains it, though. Let's back this up a bit because we kind of covered him. And here we go. Let's get back here a little bit and hear what he says from the beginning. Because he may say something to try and justify this, and I just got a feeling that's
it's still going to be wrong.
All right. It'll be wrong. But here we go.
Relationship with Ryzen cannot change.
Yeah. Move on.
Now, if I drop the camera and I put the camera on the floor,
yeah,
right, his back wheel, right, the man's back wheel is in line with Ryzen. That will stay the same, right, as the man pedals his way towards the Ryzen. So you can't see this man pedaling towards the Ryzen and then another man behind the Ryzen. The same size as the man in front of the Ryzen.
All right, Drink. Tell me if I'm wrong
Drink.
with this one, but he seems to be conflating Horizon with Vanishing Point.
Yes.
That seems
False
to be,
equivalence and straw man.
That seems to be how's this a straw man? This is not what we're saying, is it?
No, it's just plain wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
But still,
Well, I have another tornado bus, and so I'll let him go first if he has something to add.
Oh, if it's not a straw man, then it definitely smells like false equivalency fallacy.
Yeah. Most definitely.
False equivalency. Go ahead.
Is this about 0.4 on the Jaron index?
Yeah, it's low. Cap, go ahead.
Well, my buzz for what I have to say is that from what he's saying, it almost sounds like he's trying to say that, when it goes over the horizon, it all suddenly gets bigger, or it becomes the same visual size, not understanding that when it gets further away, it will decrease in size, but that is because of, our perspective to it. And when it goes over the horizon, it's still smaller, not the same size.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to hear what he said to justify this picture. He's saying, I think if I heard him correctly, he's saying this is not possible because he's saying that'll never happen because he has conflated the vanishing point and the horizon and assumed that it's a straight and level path to that.
Yeah,
I think. Anyway, all right, Hefcar, what do you got?
I got that this guy really needs to script his videos or have somebody proofread his scripts because most of what he just said didn't even make sense.
Well, no, it did not.
Just from a grammatic standpoint.
All right, I'm good with that. Jared, what have you?
The straw man for this and what he just said actually did just click with me.
Oh, what do you got?
He said that what he's showing here is a man on a bike beyond the horizon and one going up to it. And he was saying that you'll never have the two ships looking the same size when they are on opposite sides of the horizon like that. Well, here's the wonderful thing about Wolfie's footage, which he is trying to debunk. The ship in the foreground is not the same apparent size, is not the same angular size. The actual size of the two ships are the same, but their angular size is not. So he is creating a straw man by misrepresenting the actual footage he's trying to debunk with this argument right here.
So yeah, that's 3 logical fallacies.
All right, we'll pop it up. There we go. Okay, that works. And let's. Oh, Peter, you had something to add, I believe.
Oh, and you forgot to throw up the straw man.
I know. I know. I'm a latecomer when it comes to movie night. You guys have been doing this a long time before I came in, but I may throw in a warning here, Sai, because if you're actually trying to figure out what he's trying to say, you might break your brain.
It is starting to hurt. I do have to agree with you there. And that is a valid, important safety tip, everyone. Don't try and make sense of the flurper. All right, and here we go.
It's crazy. And that's what Wolf is claiming. He doesn't understand this principle, that things don't change in relation to the horizon. So have a look at this image, right? There's a green man, right? He's the same size, right? I know, for example, that because if I draw a line parallel with the horizon, that he's roughly in the same line. His distance from the horizon the same. But so is the man in red, the little red man. But his handlebars is not. It simply means because he's a smaller man. His size. The horizon helps you to determine size and position. Now in this image, for example, if the horizon's curved, it's not the same. The man's position would have to rise above the horizon and drop below.
Peter, what do you got?
Is someone snoring?
I was kind of wondering about that.
No, it's my dog.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Your dog is snoring?
That's fine.
I am awake this time.
All right.
And that is not how I sound when I snore. You know how I sound when I snore, RJ, because I fall asleep before your stream even started.
That's true. You could wake the dead.
That's
yeah.
Right. We should bring that clip up. No, you know what? Another time. All right. And here we go. He's got there I go, trying to make sense of his statements again. Here we go.
Horizon. What does that tell you? Let's apply this to Wolfie's video footage. That means if you're filming a ship going to the horizon, you would have to tilt your camera up and down. You cannot lock the camera down and keep the ship center of camera.
Tornado, you're up, sir.
No. That is factually wrong. If your camera is positioned tangent to the horizon, as in if it's looking directly at the horizon, you'll see it start to you would see this person start to go out, and then as he starts going over the horizon, then he starts being truncated. He would never rise in position if your camera is sitting flat and looking out perfectly at 0 degrees. He would stay at a sort of size, and then he'd start to fall as he shrinks.
Quite true. All right. And
so you're wrong.
Most assuredly wrong. And Peter, what have you?
Yeah, I think Crypto is very accurate tonight, because what he just put in the side chat, I'm close to that. Crypto access stopped working. Initiating emergency protocols. Operation Puppet Master is activated.
Okay.
It's pretty much how I feel at the moment.
Understandable. We're gonna. I keep thinking we're gonna have a little talk with Maeve 64.
Isn't it amazing what people can put on videos in the 21st century?
Disturbing is what I'd call it. All right. And
should we point out in the frame that we have up on screen at the moment that I can see the character?
Yeah, that's something to point out. That's good. All right. And here we go.
If the ocean was curved, it's not possible. But we don't, and I'll show you footage to prove it.
Oh, good. Proof
we're
coming.
Have a look at this in a bit of detail.
Proof coming.
Oh,
Right, so
this will be
let's just
interesting.
look at this further and show you how Wolfie got it wrong. Look, here's a man, he's above the horizon, right? His position, his angle to the ship stays the same. That ship just simply keeps that same angle to the horizon. It can't rise above the horizon.
What?
It simply just gets smaller towards the horizon. If the
Drank.
ocean is
Jared, what the hell's he talking about? Go ahead, Jared.
No.
No.
He
doesn't even know.
He does. Yeah, this isn't even wrong. He's not even close to making a representation of reality to try to debunk. And he's using 2D perspective to try to debunk 3D reality.
So he's using perspective.
Oh no, it's not even that good. Like Flirspective actually has a little bit of creativity to it. This is just outright stupid.
Okay.
Again, he's trying
So
to.
he's lying.
No, I won't go that far because look, he's using 2-dimensional perspective to try to explain what's going on in the 3D world. He's missing a dimension that matters.
That makes sense. Alrighty, Hefcar, what do you got?
He's doing the exact same thing you pointed out before, Sai, is that he's conflating the horizon with the vanishing point.
So another straw man or false equivalence?
Conflation.
Not even wrong.
That sounds good. Yeah.
He can't even be wrong now.
Do we need a counter for making shit up?
No.
You know, if we went into every type of counter like that we could make, we could fill the entire fucking screen.
Yeah, but think of the benefits. We'd never see the video. Oh, we'd still hear it, though. Forget it. All right, moving on. Here we go.
which it is, and I'll show you. Let's have a look at the man now. This man, he's on the bottom, right? He's below the horizon. Therefore, the ship is above the horizon for him. And that ship's position on the horizon doesn't change. It just simply gets smaller. His line of sight, his angle, his line of sight.
But it's the same thing as before.
It's an asked and answered.
Asked and answered, most definitely. And he was, if I recall, he was not even wrong last time. All right.
Yep.
And here we go. Anybody else?
Well, Pelt, do you have something to add?
Yes, actually, I do. If the man is, like I said, if the man is on the horizon, like if he's looking out at it, he would see the ship starting to shrink, but not much. And then as it got far enough away, like maybe 5 miles, it probably wouldn't get that small. It would still be visible at the very least. It would get small, but then it would also start going over the horizon. It would never rise above the horizon, but it would start going over it because the man on the bottom is looking out over the horizon.
And he's, I think this can almost make sense if you start with the presupposition that it is on a plane, and not if you just do not even think of the possibility of there being any curve, it almost makes sense. Squirrel, what have you?
We appear to have killed Cap.
Yep.
Oh.
Cap booted himself.
He's self-booting now. It's terrible.
Oh my God, we killed Cap.
You bastards! All right, moving on. Here we go. Just wait. Let me dry my tears. See, it was
so emotional.
It's no fun without him here, though. All right. Well, hopefully you'll hear that later. Okay.
Hey, what about me?
All right, we'll kill you later. How's that? Moving on.
The same,
that was great.
because the ocean is flat. Right. He's below the horizon. Now this man on the right, he's in line with the horizon. And so the horizon line cuts his ship in half. And it'll stay like that. That ship goes towards the horizon, it'll stay like that all the way to the horizon.
Greg.
Okay. Right. And Squirrel.
Thou shalt not adjust your line to try and make your point. You drew a line initially, you stick to that line. Because other than that, it makes you look like you're being dishonest.
Almost as if.
He's being dishonest, isn't he?
Yes.
Might be. All right, and this is really just another representation of the last two, just from different angles. So that's another just plain wrong.
Exactly right. It hasn't changed. That part hasn't changed.
Yeah, that's
He's still not even wrong.
Not even wrong, absolutely.
And he's breaking, and he's just broken up the same fucking straw man.
Yep. And here we go.
So would that still be a straw man?
You just want to see the straw man dude again. All right, fine. Here it is. There you go. You happy? Moving on. Here we go.
Can't see the ship, right, in front of the horizon, and the same ship, the same size, behind the horizon. Because if you do that in your video footage, if you fake your video footage and you show that, well, what does that mean? It means you're stupid. You're an imbecile.
That's a good description of yourself.
Craig.
Squirrel, what do you got?
Pot meet kettle. Kettle, this is pot. The problem, of course, is that Kettle is not actually guilty. Kettle didn't fake the footage. Pot faked it for him.
Indeed, and think of the logical flow. Okay, take out that word logical. Think of the flow of his argument. If things move this way, then it is not possible that you'd see it'll never lose any of its bottom off. It'll never be behind the horizon, which if you can go to the beach and look at it happen. So he's starting from an absolutely false premise, and then the next step from that is, and if you say that happens, you're stupid. This is the flow. Squirrel, what do you got?
All I'm going to say is this: garbage in, garbage out.
Okay.
More like garbage in, stupidity out.
Or a
Something. Cap is back.
of. Well,
yeah, it's storming and my internet went out.
Oh,
so we didn't kill Cap.
No,
It just all of a sudden everybody got quiet, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, nothing there.
No, God booted him.
So you're saying I shed a tear for no reason? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
a wasted tear.
Alrighty.
It's only not wasted if it went in your beer.
Ah, now it makes sense to me.
Well, I have no beer, and therefore it would be physically impossible for any of my tears to be disposed of that way. So I am safe.
Therefore, flat Earth, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've cut this guy's logic.
Yeah, so it would seem.
All we need is some more P900s to clinch it.
Indeed. Okay, and here we go.
If you do this, you're foolish. That ship should be smaller, and it can't be behind the horizon, it has to be in front of the horizon.
Drink.
Go ahead, Jared.
Asked and answered.
Yes, it was.
Just freaking wrong. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean you're right.
Indeed.
No, just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's fake.
Well, that too.
Yeah, and he's still making the assertion that nothing goes behind the horizon. So all the people that have seen half a boat, only the top, obviously they were hallucinating. I guess that's what he's saying. All right. And here we go. Let's clear that. Moving on.
Yeah, Cap buzzed in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was in the list. I saw that was the one when he popped back in. Cap, you're up.
No, I didn't buzz. I just joined back in on the buzzer.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm sorry. You're on the spot now. Say something wise.
Don't eat yellow snow.
Okay, thank you very much.
That
Moving
was
on.
Wise.
That
Yes.
was wise. Indeed.
And Wolfie got this simple fact back to front. And NASA, they make the same mistakes. I mean, you can look at NASA's images, you'll see the same pathetic application. They have no idea of what is real.
I don't suppose you'd consider showing us one of those as an example.
Drink.
Jared, you're up.
Drink. Is projection a logical fallacy? Because
Yes,
that's
it
what he's fucking doing right now.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
All right. Which one of you predicted only 30 drinks, by the way? I'm just curious.
Oh no, I said 30 at a minimum.
Okay, good. Then we're still good then. No problem. All righty. And This is all repetition. He's got to get past this. Here we go.
They need to go to art school. And hopefully they'll learn some honesty, because an artist, he has to tell the truth.
I think you need to
No
go to
matter
art
how
school.
uncomfortable the truth makes you, an artist
And
has
you
to tell
need
the
some
truth.
honesty.
And if you get upset with the artist, that's tough. He just has to tell the truth. Look, these artists who painted these pictures, did they get it wrong? No. They understood perspective.
Wait,
There's no
drink.
table
Drink.
Okay. All right, Jared.
Technically, in those paintings, yes, the artist did get some things wrong in that they were using their own creative license. And that some of those ships in the distance, unless they were massive men of war, which I could tell by the number of sails, they weren't. They were actually oversized for the apparent distance away. So who is it that needs to learn about artistic perspective and everything? Oh, right, you.
Okay.
So another
Jared,
straw man.
I just want to make sure I understand.
No, I wouldn't say it's a straw man.
No.
He's just fucking wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Jared, what you're saying is he's not entirely honest.
See, it depends
yeah.
on how you look at it. He might believe this crap he's spewing, in which case, if he believes it, he's not really being dishonest, just stupid. So
Yeah, I was going to say, it's possible he's not being dishonest. He's just very wrong and doesn't know how to educate himself.
quite.
And I think if we want to find out whether he's dishonest or stupid, we're going to break our brain.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
And Squirrel, what have you, sir?
So let me see if I've got this straight. Having completely failed in his attempt at an argument over pictures that he wants to manipulate over on a background field he made on his computer, badly I might add, he is then turned to a painting done at least 100 or 150 years ago, to say that this instead is a problem.
It's something of that sort. Yes, I think you've got a clear view on things. Jared.
Hey.
I have to acknowledge Fino in the chat. Where is the dirty air? That's why it's a painting and not a picture of reality. It is comical jab at Lily.
Okay, and for the record, the ship up front is not actually echoed by any other vessel in the area, because this ship up the front is actually it looks like it's actually a three-masted schooner of some kind.
I was going to say, actually, from the hull, it looks like a sloop, but sloops had two masts, not three.
Yep.
But the one the far back to the left seems to be more like a merchantman.
Yep.
And the one in between the two of them looks to be a merchantman.
What we're overlooking here is some guy or lady a while ago decided to make a nice picture, and this fellow decides to present it as scientific proof. I think that's the problem here.
You now owe all painters of the world an apology, Mr. Perspective.
I'm not. I criticize none. I'm saying
no.
That's disturbing that this would be presented as scientific evidence. Why wouldn't you just leave it a nice picture? Alrighty.
I don't know enough about what those ships are supposed to look like to say how it would be different, but I can guarantee that a photograph would be very different from that painting.
Oh yeah.
I suspect. Alrighty. And
actually, I may be wrong. The one doesn't quite look merchantman. It actually looks more like a. We got kind of that. It's got kind of that man of war look to it.
All right.
Yeah. But some whalers
usually a merchantman brought it across the beam.
Here's the thing. Some of your whalers actually did have a similar hull shape to a lot of the men of war because of the cargo space that they needed. So the main difference between the two is actually the armament, not so much the shape or the mast and sail configuration.
I was thinking about the merchantmen. Usually they're much wider across the beam than that.
Yeah, but at the same time, angle and everything, it's tough to tell from a painting. If it was an actual photograph, it would be much easier to tell.
Another thing.
Yes. So I'm very with crypto tonight. So since we're watching a flat Earth video and discussing which kind of boat we're looking at, can we just go with a floaty McFloat face and move on?
That works. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Hethkar, were you trying to...
because the tempo this guy's talking in, we're going to be here next Wednesday.
I'll just.
No, we won't.
Go ahead, Hethkar.
I have a stream to do.
I just want to add one thing really quick.
Go ahead, Hethkar.
Is that there's also the possibility that the artist that made this painting didn't know a damn thing about ships.
That is very true.
And is dead.
Yeah, really. Okay, and here we go.
Mountain dropping below the horizon. There's no ships. So having a look at these images, right? Look at the ships, right? Look where the horizon line catch the ships, right?
Yes, it's a pretty picture.
Okay,
it's a pretty picture.
Drink just for a minute
there.
Do you see a horizon line in this picture?
No.
No.
I do not. All right, and I see a few others have also called drink, so let me augment that. I'll add a just plain wrong, and then we will move on to Squirrel. Are you next up?
I am in fact next up.
Please proceed.
Yeah. No. What you're looking at, sir, is oil on canvas. Nothing more and nothing less. Freaking dumbass.
All right.
So I'm going to wander off because I do actually need to get sleep before I attempt life. So I'm going to run away screaming now rather than wait 3 hours and do it then.
That works. Okay.
Nice.
Sorry, guys.
See you.
Have a good night, Squirrel.
Have a good night.
Good night,
sleep
Squirrel.
in fear.
Thanks for joining us. And
enjoy the royal wedding. It's coming up in only 40 minutes.
And we'll
Wait,
make,
what?
We'll make the bad man go away.
Royal wedding.
Yes, the distinguished prince
I'm gonna make
Meghan Markle
the American over in England land.
Indeed.
Meghan Markle and Harry are getting married.
Not even
does this mean he'll be rich?
Queen.
All right, let's finish the good night squirrel thing. Good night, Squirrel. Thanks for
Bye,
joining
Squirrel.
us.
Night, Squirrel.
Bye, Squirrel. On my channel at PET. I will catch you guys later.
All right. See you, sir.
I'll try to stay longer next time. This time I'm out of beer.
We'll try.
I kind of concur with Brian. Oh, hell. Release the Kraken and move on.
All right. Hethkar, I see you in the list. What do you got?
Let's just, for the moment, pretend that this painting is a photograph, so that we can pretend that it's accurate to reality. Even if there were a horizon line for us to see, that horizon line would not be where the vanishing point is on this.
Indeed, I would agree.
It would be somewhere in the middle.
And having a big old island in the blocking your view doesn't really give us a chance to see.
The vanishing point would be somewhere about the middle of that top ridge in the middle of the island.
Yeah.
And
So
the
he's
vanishing
wrong.
point on the guy's brain was about a minute into the show.
All right, and I hope we move a little faster because we're going to want to clip this in 2 hours too if we want to show up at 1 p.m.
Yeah. Well, how far are we into this man's video?
We're at 10. We're about halfway. We're 10 minutes out of 22. First thing we ought to do. Why don't we jack up his speed a little bit?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
He's a slow poke.
Yeah. Here, we'll get him to 1.2 ought to be good enough. All right. Let's see what he's got. And Asked and answered. Just yell drink if there are any. Just if. I can't believe I said that. Just say drink, asked and answered all together, and we'll just let it keep playing. And if we need to stop, then say drink and say nothing, and we'll stop it. Okay, moving on.
Table Mount in the background. It's not below the horizon. This is reality. It's Earth's flat.
Drink, asked and answered. This is not reality. It's a fucking painting.
Look, take time to look at images. Look at these yachts, right? They don't fall below the horizon. Yet Wolfie says he's got a camera that will make the ship drop below the horizon.
Okay.
This picture actually is representative of reality.
Indeed. All right. Here we go.
So what's your fucking argument again?
He's saying none of these drop below the horizon.
Because it's over a relatively short distance. Of course, we don't really have a high enough
going over the horizon. Those little tiny dots.
Yeah, that was it. These I don't think any of these vessels are large enough to really see in this picture anything past the horizon. I'm not able to detect any.
Not without a zoom lens, at least.
With those little tiny dots there, probably might be going over the horizon.
Yeah, that one's a half a dot. Okay.
All right. Yeah, no, that's my exact point.
Yep.
Gotta remember, I still live near the water, and I see ships daily.
No, I'm sorry, they don't do that. What you see going, no, doesn't happen. He's already said it's not possible.
I'm just seeing the Helmsman. Helmsman was fun.
Anyways.
All right. Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, I think we need to warn the ones in the back of the picture here because they've got chemtrails right over them.
Ooh, danger. Yeah. Danger. Important safety tip. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Danger, Will Robinson.
It's
danger.
Somewhere in Australia, there's a waterfall in the middle of the ocean. Right. But now look at the sun. Now think about it. So if this is sunrise, right, and you're on a ball, and I'm in the southern hemisphere, then I can't see the sun. I can't see the left-hand side of the sun's rays and the right-hand side. Why? Because I'm on a ball. The ball will be in the way. I can't see around the curve. I will only see.
Frank.
All right, Jared.
He doesn't even fucking understand the heliocentric model on top of the globe.
Yeah, this is just plain wrong.
What does that even mean?
Not even
wouldn't
wrong.
be able to see the right-hand rays.
I'm not entirely sure. Okay.
Yeah, that one's a not even wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even understand what he's saying with that.
I just
has this moved up to 0.6 gerons?
It's getting there. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Half of the rays. I will only see the right-hand side of the sun's rays. And at sunset, I'll only see the left-hand side. Why? Because I'm on a ball, and you cannot see around the curve of the ball. And because the sun is, even if it's 190 million miles in front of you, you cannot see around the ball. Think about it.
Yeah, that's why sunrise and sunset happens.
Yep,
so we need to take time, look at images. Don't just, we don't look and think. We're like puppets, like programmed robots. It's pathetic.
All right, say something about the
drink ad hominem.
They've killed us creatively, mentally. They've
becoming
ruined us.
incoherent now, you know.
And we're so proud of it.
All right, why is he showing us these pictures?
Wait,
he likes to see sailing boats, and he doesn't like to perform experiments on things with like theodolites and laser beams or anything that would be like sciencey. So he's grabbed some crap off of the internet, and he thinks it's supposed to impress us.
I guess so. Jared, what do you got?
It looks like those people to the far right, just shy of the horizon there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're swimming. They're not on a craft. I wonder why that is. Could their boat be obscured by something?
I don't know. I enjoy when they accidentally include something in their debunking videos that debunks themselves. I really enjoy that. All right.
I think I have an answer. Those are descendants of Jesus. They're just walking on water.
Now it all makes sense.
They're just having a picnic.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right, here we go.
We're blind. Look at this image, right? You see all the people that are on the yachts, right? Look at their relation to the horizon, right? Tells you where the photographer was, right?
Not
He
necessarily.
must be below the horizon. So he was on a yacht maybe doing the same thing. Look at this ship.
Actually, not even at all.
Look at its position. It tells you that
The
the person who
relation
took this
between the
was
boats and the
below the
horizon
horizon.
doesn't tell you a damn thing about where the photographer was.
It was obviously
Maybe
on a small.
about how high he was, but that's about it.
Yeah, and okay, this is a pause one. So this type of container supply ship, this one is a beautiful representation of just how high in the water one will sit when it is unladen. When the ship is fully loaded, you will see maybe a 2-foot wide section of that red part of the hull. The reason why there's the two different colors, the red maritime paint is highly resistant to sea life. It is highly resistant to barnacles. That's why it's that color. So they know, hey, if you're going to be close to or under the waterline, here's the paint to use.
Is it still
Do you
red
think
lead?
it is possible that the maker of the video is not resistant to barnacles, and that could account for his behavior?
I'm guessing that barnacles are what makes up most of the mass between his ears.
Ah, there we go. We're doing science here, Si.
Finally, a little bit of science.
I think barnacles are more intelligent than he is.
Yes, the barnacle would never have done that, and neither would the pug.
Yeah, honestly, I've over here at the
Would
the Atlantic.
barnacles between his ears mean he has mental muscle?
No,
I don't know.
I don't.
Barnacles
I don't
aren't
know.
muscles.
No,
They're actually arthropods, as Mr. Darwin ascertained in the 19th century.
I just called barnacles muscles, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
He just told us that he can't see past his balls. So I'm really feeling for this guy at the moment.
And I can tell you, I do not want to see his balls under any circumstances, even if in perspective.
And since we're talking bollocks, hi Tony.
Tony, hi, welcome.
Oh yes, he showed up.
Somebody said bollocks.
You missed a lot of stupid.
Yeah, there was some.
Yeah.
Who's Tony?
Somebody said bollocks. You say bollocks.
Yeah.
I arrived. What can I say?
Yeah, but hey, so here's the thing. You arrived, but you can't say anything. You need to join the buzzer first, because otherwise you can't talk. And I know that's going to send you into a frenzy if you can't talk.
All right, somebody.
I can talk. I don't need no stinking buzzer.
Yeah, but you need the buzzer if you want to talk. Otherwise, you can't talk.
Yeah, we've
we have rules here, Tony.
Rules.
It's not Manchester. We actually have rules here.
All right, somebody give him the link so he can play nice. All right. And on that note, let us. Doc, Tony, you remember when you hear something so stupid it merits a response, yell drink, we'll stop the video, that sort of thing. This is just one addition to that. You get to buzz in so that we see the order of who gets to talk next. So, you joined already. Okay, all right, you know what I'm doing. Cool. All righty.
Yeah, just like that.
You rock. Okay. Let the stupid continue. Here goes.
Tony following rules, he must be drunk.
I promise.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Then we can get him to catch up.
All right, here we go.
Smaller boat. He wasn't on another tanker, because then he would have been in line with the tanker, his eyesight. The horizon wouldn't be there. So the position of the horizon can help you determine size and distance. That's an important point. The horizon is important in helping us understand our visual perception.
God damn it.
What do we actually see?
There, son of a bitch. Stop. All right, go ahead, Jared.
The previous image with the sailboats, again, another one where he's showing a sailboat beyond the horizon being obstructed bottom first.
Self-debunking. That's cool. All right, and moving on.
So remember, look at the ship, right? Video footage, I haven't tampered with this. The ship maintains the same position above the horizon because the camera is below the.
Jared, what do you got?
He said he hasn't tampered with this. Bullshit! It's sped up footage.
And not tampered. There's
I
bicycles
think
on
the
it.
bicyclists are a little out of scale.
No tampering, but there's so in the real world there are red lines with arrow tips, and growing
and there are
bikers.
bicyclists that are as tall as an ocean liner.
Lovely. Okay. Well, good thing we've established reality. Completely untampered with. All right, here we go.
Horizon, it doesn't change. Remember the point of the man with the bicycle? Right. See, Wolfie, he didn't understand this. It means the ocean's flat. Well, Wolfie understands it. He's just trying to trick everybody. He's not a nice man.
Don't tell us what Wolfie thinks.
As someone who used to live on the ocean, it sure as fuck ain't flat.
I would tend to agree. All righty.
Jared, are you trying to say he's full of shit?
Something like that.
Do you remember the monster that the older brother Chet got turned into in Weird Science?
Oh God, you're making me remember back that far.
Let me put it this way. I would rather have him as a roommate because this guy is even more full of shit than him.
See,
bad?
Oh yeah.
See, I was sure you were going to make a reference to Dogma with the Golgothan.
Oh yeah, I could have gone with that one too.
Yeah, either one.
What is that movie?
All right, you got to see it. You got to see Dogma.
I think I have when I was younger. I just can't remember half of it.
No, well, I don't know. You may or may not have. It's part of the Jay and Silent Bob series.
Indeed.
Isn't that the one where the angel's wings get shut off?
Yeah, that happens.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, where the Roman Catholic Church makes a rule that basically brings the universe to an end. But
yeah,
Tony,
the Gorgoth was the shit monster at the strip club.
So now in this picture here, I want to make sure I understand this. That we have bicyclists floating in the middle of the air.
Yes, something.
No, they're not floating. They're being suspended from and supported underneath by magical red lines in the air.
Ah, yeah, okie dokie. I just want to make sure the science is all accurate here.
Yeah.
And they're not being brought down by gravity. It's intelligent falling.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that.
And Tony, you buzzed. I think I may have gone by before because when you got a buzz, but you have to yell "drink" as well. So I know to stop.
Right. I have to yell "drink" as well. Gosh, these rules are evolving, aren't they? No, never mind.
We have to keep order.
Indeed.
I just wanted to hear my favourite voice on the planet. Hello, Karis.
Okay, Karis, command performance.
Hi, Tony.
There you go.
Hello.
now all is right with the world, Tony?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, good. All right.
Karis said many double entendre innuendos earlier in the show. You should have been there for it.
The tornado got scared and told me to stop, so I'm being good Karis right now.
I'm overriding tornado. I'm overriding tornado.
Karis, go.
All right,
fine. Karis, go.
Let's get this moving so we
all right, back to the show.
Stupid. Yes, return to the stupid. I know that's a terrible thing to say.
Indeed, more stupid. Here comes.
So this guy, right? Look at how the horizon line stays in line with this tower on top of the chip. I'm not tricking anybody here. You play the footage back, watch it. Watch footage like this. So this camera's above the horizon, right?
Greg.
Way above.
Tony!
I can't. Listen once again to somebody saying, look how straight the horizon is. Of course it's fucking straight. It's the same distance in every direction, you plank.
Well, that's not what he was looking at. What he was looking at was which was actually not true, was that the tower on that ship was staying even with the horizon line.
Of course, which means that the horizon is straight. Are you seriously going to flat-splain me?
Flat splaining. That's a new one. I'm gonna have to remember that.
Okay, see? Didn't I tell you the show was going to be educational? There. I think we learned something tonight. All right. And on that note, on with the stupid.
Horizon. So look at the ship's proportions. As they move away, they still stay in the same relative position to the horizon.
Holy fuck. Drink.
Okay, Jared, what do you got?
This footage is not showing the ships going far enough away to even come close to the horizon. So what's your fucking point?
Indeed. Actually, it showed it moving. Okay, what do you got?
Cherry picking fallacy.
I don't see
I don't see a damn cherry tree at all, so that's a double mistake.
Oh my god! All right, yeah, that boat didn't seem to be moving away. If we were going to see any dropping below the horizon, we'd see the buildings it was passing dropping below the horizons as well. I don't know what he expected there. All right,
Wait.
But yeah, he's cherry picking.
No. I would actually say it's intentional editing, because notice how he still has the frickin' bike cop in the same spot.
Oh, come on, you're going where I was going to go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean how he's using it to block what the ship is actually doing?
Yeah. I was just going to say, how much do you want to bet that there's actually a good example of something going over the horizon where his fucking overlay is?
Okay, that's you know what, I may have one for that too.
He's adjusted his little bicyclist so that the bicyclist's head is above the horizon and then the one behind is closer, and so he's arbitrarily producing an imaginary thing to theoretically show that the object should fall below the horizon according to, I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
Actually, his overlay right now actually is completely against what he was saying earlier.
Yeah,
because that bicyclist's head goes below the horizon.
Oh, it
James,
does.
and above. And above.
The head of the bike guy has to stay above the horizon, otherwise he can't see where he's going.
Well, but my point was what he was saying earlier about how this is supposed to work in his head is that whatever is on the horizon would stay on the horizon.
And now, oddly enough, that's not the case anymore. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, LGBT bathroom may want to add another fallacy thing, the nose-picking fallacy.
That's a good one.
I did say that cherry picking is in fact a logical fallacy, by the way.
Yeah,
yeah, it is. I just don't.
Is it?
Okay, moving on.
And it's not even fruitful.
Oh. All right, here we go.
Is it like?
Damn it, RJ.
There we go.
As it moves the horizon, doesn't go over the horizon.
RJ, it could be me reading those Bible verses that tornado pelt is still stuck on fruits.
Oh,
shut up!
All right, what happened? Here we go.
Hey, Peter, at least it wasn't me reading those Bible verses.
That would have been so much worse.
Or better.
We would have had
depending on one's point of view, better. All right, moving on.
Means the ocean is flat. Watch. Use your eyes. Look at the clouds. Ocean is flat.
The clouds now?
Right.
Okay, so look at the clouds. The ocean's flat. No.
Now here's a guy with a drone. He flies his drone in a straight line towards the ship, right? Ocean's flat.
No,
the
and Drain, you got it fucking wrong again. Because notice, anyone else notice how as he was getting closer and closer to the ship, you started to see more and more of the hull?
Mm-hmm. I think he fractal up, didn't he?
Oh, just slightly.
All righty. And
back that.
Well, misrepresentation is a logical
shot.
So what he's doing is misrepresenting the footage.
All right, Hefcar, what do you got?
Just pointing out Apple Crow in the chat. If Karis was reading the verses, I might have stayed in Sunday school.
That's not wrong.
Oh.
All right.
I used to read the verses in Sunday school.
But in that voice?
It's my voice, dude.
Her voice is the only voice she has.
No. I meant with that little bit of extra inflection.
Did you think she borrowed a voice?
She has a special one installed periodically. You plug it in like a USB drive.
Tone, the overall sexual nature that sometimes is inflected.
Listen, people, we have many vices.
All right.
I'm not talking about the ones in your head.
All right, let's get going here and back to the student.
Drops the horizon, stays in the same place. Right. Yeah, a guy with a drone, right? He does the same thing. Watch how these people look at their position in relation to the horizon.
He sounds so funny when he's
So as
going
the camera raises
fast.
its position, that changes. Now he goes full speed and he's going to go have a look at that ship on the horizon.
Now he's going
He
full
maintains his
speed.
line of sight.
I would just like to
You
point
got
out that on the majority of drones, when you actually start flying forward at high speed, the camera actually is no longer level. It actually has a slight downward pitch.
All right.
The ship in the distance doesn't change its position on the horizon. It means the ocean is flat. Now here's some of NASA's stuff, right? Now, to show you how people try to deceive other people. This is wicked. Look, NASA's saying that the Earth's a ball, right? So they've got a camera here. Now here's the stupid bit. I mean, how can people not see this? If they're turning the camera around now, right? And there's the horizon stays. Sorry. How can the horizon stay level? Do you understand?
Drank.
Go ahead, Jared.
The reason why the horizon stays there is because all they're doing is turning in one plane. And guess what? The horizon is equidistant from your point of observation, no matter which direction you're looking.
Because space station's small and Earth big.
It's good of you to try to simplify it for them, RJ.
Yeah, and Mongo just pawn in Game of Life.
I don't understand what he thinks should happen. What the hell does he think should happen?
I guess he thinks it should dip down and
That's
go
not
away.
space station. That's Peter doing the moon.
All righty.
Yeah, so apparently the idea being that the faked space station shot did not properly show the Earth being the way he expects it to be in the fake space station shot. Is that his line of reasoning?
Something of that sort.
Not only that,
Okay.
I think he thinks it's not the way that he thinks it should be.
Yeah, I believe he's from what he said, it sounds like he was expecting it to, like, from the central high point to curve downward, but not appear to be at the same
Curving
level.
downward?
Yeah, like that. Anyway, all right. More crap.
I think Larry expects it to be RJ Downard.
Okay, here we go.
You know,
Go
here's
ahead,
camera,
use the
right?
crickets.
If I'm looking at a ball, right, then I turn the camera up so that the top of the ball's level with it, and then I turn the camera around. How can the ball stay in front of the camera?
Oh, all right, it's stupid. Let it go.
You know, it's from the position of the
Because
lens.
the ball-
There's a ball, right? So I'm
Freaking
looking down at the
stupid.
ball. Then I look
Not
up.
to scale.
One, not to scale, not in the correct orientation for the rotational movement of the camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you point it out into deep space and spin it around, you also wouldn't see the Earth. What's his point?
Yes.
Oh
We'll
boy.
go with wrong
This is
orientation.
sad.
Yeah, generally I save this specific word for only Ken Ham, but I believe he deserves it, jackass. All right, moving on.
But don't you like the pretty clown ball color Earth he came up with?
Well, it's a happy Earth.
Yeah, it's like it's the soccer ball Earth there
No,
with the
no,
giant camera the size of the Death Star.
It's a happy beach ball Earth.
So it seems.
Yeah.
All right,
Happy
37.
tree friends.
37.
Anyways,
Notice that the drink counter is at 37, and I've been keeping up with your calls too. So expect my coherence. Expect my coherence.
I think this guy. I think from sheer persistence, I'm now moving him up to 0.7 Jareds.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Expect my. Don't expect coherent speech from me much longer. I think that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's not an expectation we've ever had, if I'm honest.
All right, I feel better then. I do feel better. No one will be disappointed.
Yeah.
But
Hey, with a statement like that, boot cap.
that's it. Cap, you're booted. Very good.
Cap, you're booted.
At least I will still retain the ability to say both moving on and here we go. So, here we go.
Here's the top of the ball.
Sai, hold on.
Yes, sir.
There's one question before you lose the ability to speak. I mean, so we had this guy before who made some kind of a statement about flat Earth and never came to it. This guy in his title has something about a ball sleigh. Is that actually coming? Because that's what I joined up for. I want to see the ball sleigh.
That was what kind of interested me as well. I'm really hoping he gets into that. We shall see.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you sure he spelled it Sleigh?
That's how he spelled it. Like a sleigh, like Santa, that kind of crap.
Well,
okay. And as we look at the giant orange cap on the top of the globe Earth.
Indeed.
Then again, this guy is not the most intelligent. He could have spelled it that way, but meant SLAY.
Homophone issues.
That sounds kind of.
We'll have none of that homophonia here, thank you.
All right, very good. Moving on. Here we go.
Okay. What about horrible puns of a pug?
Yes.
Okay, good to know where we stand.
Indeed. The plane
now, with Pug's head on the horizon, is he above or below the horizon?
Well, he must be far away because clearly we can see his butt has sunk below the horizon. All right, here we go.
I love you, RJ.
Moving on.
Right. Ball can't stay in front of me.
Same thing. I'll just augment it.
And if you don't get it one more time.
How does he do that and not realize he has the wrong orientation?
I don't know.
Because he is intellectually dull and outright dishonest.
Yeah, or just an effing idiot.
But Wolfie, and this is a trick that they often do, to say that
curvature,
there's a
curvature,
but
and if the world were only the size of a basketball.
This should be a good argument using the Tower of Pisa to.
You see, you got a circle, right?
Prove
it doesn't matter how big the circle.
Well, I think that's inaccurate because I don't see one pizza slice anywhere on that damn tower.
Here's an idea. Let's see what he has to say about the topic, shall we? Just an idea.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. He's got a graph marker and he's got some oil tankers and he has another red line. It's science.
Indeed.
I have a feeling this is going to be a protracted point.
Oh my.
Yes,
all right.
I know. Awful. I know.
That's the kind we like. Here we go. Moving on.
Everything should be 90 degrees to that circle. In other words, the tangent is 90 degrees. In other words, it's upright. It doesn't matter how big the mountain is. In other words, look at Wolfie's imager. If I make those mountains smaller bigger...
It does matter how big a mountain or an object is. Fuckstick.
Quite true.
Quite true. So mountains are like 800,000 feet high, something like that?
This is going to be
depends on the mountain.
This is going to be another case of the Flurford just knowing 8 inches per mile squared and that's it, and not understanding there are other factors that you have to take into account. It's seen it before.
Because 8 inches per mile squared is the formula for a parabola.
Yeah, it's not even accurate from the get-go. But
well, it's a good approximation, but it's from your feet on a tangent straight out. It is drop. It is not hidden. They keep conflating the two.
Quite true.
And on a perfect sphere as well.
Indeed, alrighty. And here we go. We're actually making progress here, strangely enough. Why do I say things like that? All right, moving on.
The angle stays the same. Angles stay the same. Wolfie's trying to say now that you'd never see the curve. In other words, you'll see the curve, but you wouldn't see things falling over. Well, that's hypocrisy.
What?
Right. In other words,
did Wolfie ever say you'll see the curve, but you won't see things falling over? Did he ever say that?
No.
Straw man.
That's a drink. That's a straw man.
Absolutely. Drink.
If you're far enough to see the curvature, anything else you could see would be leaning with whichever direction it is on the curvature.
Indeed. And we get the straw man. There he is. Okay.
Well, and even then, the tilt away from you would be 1 degree for every 69 miles.
Right. Which is why I said first off, you have to be far enough away to see the curvature at all anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to eyeball
the
that
human
1 degree.
the human being on the horizon there is what, like about 400 or 500 miles high, and then his floating counterpart at the top of the triangle is up maybe what, 8 or 900 miles, and then of course the hot air balloon, which is substantially larger than the 800-mile man, that one is flown all the way thousands of miles into the sky. Wow, I love science.
Yeah, I think he's just solved Richard Branson's space travel problem, hasn't he?
That's what it is. There we go.
And now the graph he showed earlier makes sense, because I think that was just an indication of how many degrees of wrong was going to follow from.
You could very well see that.
Yes,
All right, Jared.
Nice
what have you?
just provide a measuring device.
So, RJ, are you trying to say that a flurfer has a problem with scale?
Yeah, and you know the usual thing where you're never supposed to divide by 0. I think this man has somehow managed to figure out how to divide things by 0
and still get an answer.
Yeah. Of which anything can come out.
Chuck Norris can divide by 0.
Yes, but he's an idiot.
Jim B says, who is Miles, and with whom is he doing a 69? Ooh, my.
Oh my. All right, moving on.
No, you got it wrong. It's oh my.
That is a better. Well done. All right, moving on.
We should have a decay off sometime.
Miles is a guy on YouTube for the League of Nerds, and he's probably doing a 69 with Buck.
Okay. I think we've learned something tonight. Okay, moving on.
Reminder. Crap divided by 0 equal flatards. Thank you. That was an excellent formula.
I would agree with that. All right, here we go.
He would say that there's a ball of water, like in his footage, there's a hump of water between yourself and the ship, but somehow you and the ship are both upright. That's what he's saying. And that's an old trick. In other words, a hot air balloon higher it goes from your position.
Drink, asked and answered.
Okay.
Rate of tilt.
41. This is really getting. All right.
Does anyone actually seriously believe that the guy who made this video at this point even understands what it is he thinks he's saying?
No.
You know,
he doesn't understand. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Good. And he
there
is.
Are some things man was not meant to know, like what the hell this guy's talking about.
I don't think he understands what he's trying to say, let alone what he is actually saying.
That's why I said he doesn't understand. Full stop. Just leave it there. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand the globe. He doesn't understand flat. He just doesn't get it.
There's a general lack of understanding going on. All right. Moving on.
Not just a general lack of understanding.
Complete.
Well, at this point, I need to give this guy a little bit of credit, because we're on 41 drinks on a video that disagrees with what we think is actually true. If I remember, we got to 50 drinks with Hovind,
who did agree,
agreeing with what we think is actually true.
Hey,
don't remind me.
That's scary.
Have you considered hunting around for liquor company sponsorships for this show? Don't you think that this would be just an astonishing marketing ploy that we could get into here?
Not a bad idea. Tonight's Stupid, brought to you
by Budweiser.
Brought to you by Budweiser.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what better program to foment drinking than to have more people watch this program?
That would do it.
I would go for a little bit better sponsor than just Budweiser. I mean,
tonight's.
Well, I said that Smirnoff, Bacardi.
Oh, you're going to say Grolsch. I know what you're going to say, Peter.
Tonight's brought to you by. We don't always watch it, but when we do, we drink responsibly. Please don't drink and drive.
No, we don't.
Speak for yourself, kiddo. Speak for yourself.
No one thinks responsibly on the show that we watch, but we do drink responsibly.
All right.
I have no idea how my eyes are still open at this point. I don't have any space on my desk left because of the bottles that I've killed off now tonight.
Indeed.
Wait, tonight?
In Jaren State, on Flat Earth House. I'm Zwei, stupid.
I'm at 12 right now, pal.
All right. Tony, you have buzzed in. What have you to add, sir?
Yeah, somebody said we drink responsibly. I think that qualifies as not even wrong.
Agreed.
Right.
Augment the counter.
Well, the counter only refers to this idiot that we're watching here. So, Hethkar, what do you got?
I don't care.
Hold your head up.
Moving on.
The further away it would move from you, but from the position of the hot air balloon, right, it's maintaining the same 90-degree angle to the surface. Wolfie would say, no, but your scale here is wrong. If the hump is there, that's what is there.
Asked and answered, your scale is wrong. It's 1 degree for every 69 miles. You're not going to fucking see it with your naked eye.
Indeed.
But a naked eye is appropriate for those 69 miles.
Very good.
Here we go.
Good one, RJ.
Do you understand?
You're
It's double
catching on,
standards.
RJ.
How can there be a hump between these two ships? And yet both the ships are upright. It's double standards. Right? And this is what they do all the time. Can you see, look at this image, do you see this
Pretty
tower?
picture of the Leaning Tower of
What
Pisa,
about
though.
Wolfie's principle?
I always love
The
the
further
Leaning
away I
Tower
move
of
from this
Pisa
tower,
when
the more
it's
upright this
looking
tower will
flat.
look. It's the same thing. If I've got a stick and it measures a meter from one end to the other end, then I turn the tape measure around and I measure from the other end to the other end.
Yeah,
it's
let's
still a
take
meter.
a stick and
The
put it
principle
from one
this way
end to
must
the
apply
other of
that
you.
way. It's double standards. And it's done deliberately.
Holy
They're just trying to
moly,
trick
the Titanic?
But you somehow won't see a ship falling over, but the ship is on a curve.
Did he just say we're doing double standards?
It's just trickery.
Something like that. What's with all the sinking
So-
boats?
So what's the difference now?
Is it just me, or does this guy already have some kind of alcohol producing company to sponsor his videos? Because he must have been drunk as hell when he put this together.
The following stupid is sponsored by Space.
And
Is sponsored by Dos Equis. Please drink
And the
responsibly.
famous sand wreck of 1874, where the ocean liner completely foundered on a seabed of sand.
He must have really been moving fast to embed himself in the
It was
sand
just
like
plowing along there. Well, you see, it reached the horizon, and because it was moving really fast, because it was trying to flee from the giant hot air balloon that was bearing down on it from 1,000 miles in the sky. Yeah, it's easily understandable.
It makes sense.
No,
All right.
no.
Jared, what do you got?
No, I got it. Because the Earth is actually a sphere, but there is no gravity, it was going so fast, it just kept going off into the air, flew a bit, and then landed in a desert.
As we all know, the Earth is shaped like a taco shell. I am trying to get people onto that shape. It's so clear. I see it every time I go into Taco Bell. It's true, man.
No, it can't be. It can't be. It's a Pringle. We know it's a Pringle.
It's a Mobius.
Oh, he's one of those damn Pringlists. Oh, I tell you, I
It's a
fie upon you, sir.
All right.
It's a Mobius strip.
All right. Hethkar has buzzed in. What have you?
According to Fino, the picture that's fading out with the half-sunk boat isn't actually sinking. It's designed by that way.
Okay. All right. And we are at about 3 minutes to the end, and we may make it in time to actually make it within the 2-hour thing. All right, here we go.
Oh.
Or we could just let it play and everybody talk about
42 drinks. We got it. The secret of the universe.
Just play.
Indeed. And what if we kill the sound and everybody just talk about their pets?
Cutting.
I mean, it'll be more entertaining and more informational than this crap.
That's true.
We'll have
the pug's backside is more knowledgeable than any of the flat earthers.
All right, let's see what we can get through here. Here we go.
Hump of sand. I said, well, that's sand, right? The sand is bent round. The sand is shaped like it. Well, so is the ocean. That's what they're telling you. You look at this ship and you laugh. But why are you laughing?
Drink. That last picture was obviously fake CGI.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, we're playing Let's Kill Psy. There we go. All right, moving on.
Hey, I drink too when I make the call, so.
All right, so we got a contest going on here. I see. All right.
Well, we're at the secret of the universe +1 now.
All right, moving on.
So the secret of this podcast is we're all actually trying to murder each other.
So it seems.
Slowly with alcohol.
I don't know
as
how
well as to flood money into the coffers of various alcohol purveyors.
And I don't know how we offended each other, but apparently we did a kick-ass job of it. All right, moving on.
They're claiming the water does. That the water's bent round, and the gravity is bending the water around. But yet the ship will be upright.
Yeah, because that's what gravity does.
So, take your time. Look at images. Look at these old paintings.
Peter!
Yes, back to the old painting.
What do you got, Peter?
I'm a little bit confused now because now he's showing ships in the water and ships in the sand. So is the point that he's actually making that if you put a ship in the sand, you get holes in it?
I don't know. Why doesn't he put up?
I've
lost the plot completely.
No. Actually, I think this is an evil plot for the Flurfers for climate change advocates to undermine Flurfers by getting climate change stuff in their videos to show rising sea levels.
All righty.
That sounded a lot more coherent in my head.
Yeah, because actually what that is that's a picture of sailing ships sailing around Mount Everest after the ocean went up.
No, he was talking about the picture before.
That's why you write and don't talk.
Cheeky swine.
All right.
I've spent almost as much time talking on your channel as you have.
I doubt that. I doubt
that. You've told me a million times about exaggerating.
Bob Sr. is trying to intrude science and knowledge. That's probably the Aral Sea. It got pumped dry by Russia.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
All righty.
I don't think that has any bearing on the current situation.
So you think it's
that's
the Bering?
Because the Bering
so you think
is
it's
up
the Bering Sea?
in the Arctic now. Let's
All
get
right.
this straight.
Tony says it's the Bering Sea. Okay, got it. All right, moving on.
Turns out we've got a Scouse in the chat. What's all that about?
Here we go.
And ask yourself, what was the artist seeing? What was the photographer seeing? Wolfie will show you a picture of a ship.
Whatever they fucking wanted.
Thousands, hundreds of thousands of images that don't show that. So what did Wolfie do wrong? Well, he's trying to trick you.
Oh, now there's an image.
No, drink.
All right.
That's not. It's not even wrong. It's not what Wolfie did wrong. It's what Wolfie did right that you fuckers keep getting wrong.
and completely do not understand. Here we go.
Here's a picture of Santa and his sleigh, right? Now, we just got to be honest.
Hey,
now that is not a correct depiction of Santa. That is not a proper photograph. I do not see Rudolph there.
Yeah, Hethkar, what do you got? Hethkar, what do you got?
Can we slow him back down just a little bit? It's probably because of how many drinks we've had, but I can't keep up with what he's saying anymore.
Yeah, but Hethkar, I gotta warn you, Hethkar, I gotta warn you. If I slow it down, you're gonna hear what he says. You know that, right? All right,
I'm aware.
All right. Here we go.
He asked for it.
This is down to the previous level. Tell me if this is okay.
Okay, but Satan. The point is, when Santa gave Eve the goodies, right, it caused her death. So look at this image. When you see Santa riding his sleigh, what does the sleigh mean? It means you die. You get slaughtered. To slay someone is to slaughter them.
Oh, no.
Drink.
Oh, no.
I called it. I fucking called it.
You did. It's a freaking homophone error.
Oh, well, I'll tell you. In Georgia, it is illegal to be a homophone.
Drink.
All right, everybody's got. Okay, I'm not even sure where we left off. Who is?
Pelt is next.
All right, Tornado, you're up.
I think he's basically making an ad hominem against Wolfie at this point.
Or Santa.
No, he's just being retarded.
All right, Jared, you. What do you got?
I called it. He got the wrong spelling in the title of his. And I want to say it's an ad hom against Wolfie. This guy is just an abject fucking retard.
Wouldn't it be an ad canine against Wolfie?
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Hefcar, I see you on the list. Please proceed. Beer.
I don't. I'm trying to think of the name of this fallacy because it just slipped my mind.
Describe it, and we'll tell you.
It slipped
Too
his
much beer
too.
fallacy?
Using, well, actually, this would be a different anyway. Well, okay. So I was gonna go with false equivocation. There we go. Using one definition somewhere and then using another definition somewhere else.
Yeah.
But this one, he's using an entirely different word that just sounds the same.
Aha.
Yeah.
So it's
It's about-
similar, but not quite the same.
So you're saying one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
One of these things is not like the others.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, if this involved
So-
whales, we might say that to slay someone to krill them.
Oh,
I'm actually starting.
All right. Who's got
Well,
Discord
not-
up? That goes into the puns on Discord. And
Yeah, that definitely goes into puns. I'm wondering if the title of this video should go into puns.
yeah, maybe
It
so.
should. Yeah, at the very least, under the "oh, good God, did this guy really think that this meant what he thought it did?"
Hmm. Indeed. And he has proved that Santa does not go over the horizon or something like that. I don't freaking know. All right. Back to the stupid.
Darren asked whether Santa's a serial killer only when he goes after all the little stuff that kids eat in the morning.
Indeed. Okay.
Like Jackson Wheat.
Green Yellow has a song about that.
Jackson Wheat should be a cereal.
Uh-oh,
Should be a
Apple
breakfast
Girl says
cereal.
that last one from RJ. I'm Baleen.
Okay. That goes into puns as well. That's a good one. With credits. All right, here we go.
You want to live in Santa's world, you get sorted. You pay with your life. We
There's
have to
only
look at
6
things.
reindeer, damn it.
The point is, if you like me,
Tornado, what have you to add?
You are making multiple ad hominems against Santa, sir. I disapprove.
It killed 2 of the reindeers, and where's damn Rudolph? I tell you, this is just a travesty.
Hey,
I
okay.
want Rudolph to walk over your grave.
Too many.
Hey, just remember, Santa always has venison jerky with him.
Oh
Okay,
my!
Is that a euphemism?
I suppose I
He said
suppose
he
I
has
should
venison jerky,
be.
not he is jerking venison.
Would you
He
would
could
you
be
like
doing
would you like a musical moment that's apropos this?
All right, please.
Chernobyl, the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Funny.
People feared him sickened of a lethal overdose.
No. No.
All righty.
I have family that still live in Chernobyl, I'll have you know.
All the.
I'm sorry.
All righty.
I can't believe they believe that. Some bunch of skeptics you are.
RJ, you now owe Rudolph a most sincere apology.
All right, let's get to the end of this crap. That's enough out of all of you. And by all of you, I mean this guy we're watching. All right.
Sai, and
Yes, sir.
I do need a little bit of permission here. Since Tony's not always here, can I put a screen cap of Tony in the Discord server?
If you wish,
Oh dear.
by all means.
Oh, that could be
Is
dangerous.
that anything like that wonderful picture you put up of Eric and Nathan earlier?
No, this is better. Maybe Sai.
Oh, that's a threat.
Oh no. Oh
this
no.
could go. This could go anywhere. I've seen a few of these pictures.
There are
All
a couple.
right, here we go. Save images. This is disturbing.
Really?
There we go. And let me get it up invisible. And
That's what she said.
all right, and
That's actually a screen cap from Tony when he's not writing. When
okay,
he's just
here it is, and on that,
killing.
Oh right, it's that one, is it?
here you go.
Outstanding.
This is Okay.
You could at least have shown him the one with my boobs out.
Alrighty. Now, we've got, oh my, look at this, less than a minute left of this nonsense. There we go.
And you look and think, then people aren't going to like you.
Oh, Hethkar, I'm sorry, I jumped right over. Go ahead, Hethkar.
I'm starting to think he decided to go with using the phrase taking out a sleigh ride just so he could make the pun of using the word sleigh meaning to kill.
Perhaps that is it.
Sorry, since Tony requested it, it's in the Discord server. Tony has nice boobs, by the way.
What on earth?
Where has this gone?
This is.
And now I'm going to wash that image out of my brain. Thank
Having
you.
fun with a couple of mind flayers, is he?
This is. All right.
Hey, can I
all
go
right
for it?
All right.
Thank you for nothing.
Okay, there's that. Now let's get this image visible to all for them to attempt to scrub from their memory at a later date. And
it won't work.
No, it will not. This is what Peter gives us. Thank you.
Oh my! That's what
Okay.
the Chluthus do on a Sunday afternoon.
Okay, still, got to admit that the screen cap with Eric was that is the most memorable one of the evening for me. So.
Hey, what about Eric smoking a blunt?
There was no such thing tonight. You lost me. What?
What did I miss? A screen cap of Eric Hovind?
Oh yeah, we should. You know what? All right, he did miss it. Let's show him. Here we go. Let's bring it up. This is the one you missed, Tony. Here we go. There we go. That one.
Hey, Nathan. Let me tell you what happened to Dad in prison.
Hey, what about the picture of Eric smoking a blunt that I made?
Show me on the doll.
All right, let's finish up this video and wrap it up. Here we go.
Because they don't want to look and think. They want to be robots. They want to be puppets. Well, that's fine. I don't care if you.
Oh, you think he might be religious?
I don't know.
But then don't be like Wolfie. As Jesus said, they shut the door because they don't want to go in. But they shut the door that others can't go in. You see, Wolfie's deliberately.
You shut the door of the kingdom of heaven, but forgot to put the deadbolt on.
It's none of my business, but they will come. So cheers and thanks for watching.
And you totally forgot about the back door.
Absolutely.
All right, somebody said back door. Oh dear.
Now, we were not going to discuss that Nathan picture again, okay?
No.
You mean
no.
God's loophole?
Thank you. That's what I was going to say, Gary.
All right.
And where do you see what that guy can do with that protractor he brought along?
Well, wasn't that just something? On that note,
really interesting angles off of it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Do you think point 8 at least on the Jaren index on this one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think we might be able to eke a little bit more out of it. We'd have to go back to him and ask him if he thought that what was on the protractor was angels.
Alrighty.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Are you sure you want to have that? Are you sure you want to have that projected conversation with him?
I'll talk to anybody, me. I don't care.
All right.
Tony, did you just say angels?
And you want to see what that guy can do with a qubit?
Oh, hang on. Where's this going to go? Have a feeling the screen cap is on its way.
Tony said angel. Check the Discord server.
Oh no!
I tell you, I used to be a young, innocent little lad until I came into this den of iniquity.
Okay.
Yes, Peter, will you stop that?
I do like. This is
very well done.
Yes,
I'd much rather show the image. I'd much rather show Tony the image of Eric smoking a blunt.
Okay, if you say that again, I'm going to boot your ass out. How about that?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Yes? Because we now went a little bit hard on Tony. Oh, that
Oh wait, actually, no. Wait. Hold on. Everybody, hold on 1 second. I screwed that up. It's the beers. Tornado. What I was supposed to say was, if you say that again, I'll boot Cap. Sorry.
Yes, you see, that's because you're damn drunk.
Yes, you think? I don't know. All right.
Go home, Psych. You're drunk.
Indeed. Let's. Okay.
The truth of the matter is informing us, how can heaven be flat? Everyone knows it curves around the firmament waters.
There you go. And here is the latest. Since angels were mentioned, apparently this is deemed appropriate. There you go. I like it.
Okay, so I'll rephrase. Since we have been tough on Tony, let's show something that hasn't been tampered with.
It's a pretty little pooty, isn't it?
All righty. Well, and thank you once again. It's amazing how he can do these on the fly so quickly, isn't it?
No, those are pre-made.
Oh, all right. Jeez, everyone thought you were a wizard.
But the last
you have dashed our hopes. You have dashed our hopes. Given
what the hell is
Oh, that one is great.
Oh, that's actually real.
All right, here it comes. Let me.
That one's actually real.
All right, and
it is a genuine road sign.
Let's get this one up here. Here we go. 1 second.
All I have to say to this one is that it is fan-fucking-tastic.
Indeed. All right, let's let everyone see what we're talking about here. Okay.
And for those who don't recognize my many disguises, I've just uploaded one as well.
All right.
Now we can measure whether or not his head or the sunglasses are properly aligned on the horizon.
All right, let us just hope that this renders correctly, showing it through OBS.
Yeah,
there's no.
I did wonder whether a GIF would work.
There's no guarantee that it will. Let's give it a try and see.
RJ, one thing we have to say: the glasses at least are on a globe.
Oh, rim shot.
Thank you, a chrome one.
I am still offended at there being only 6 damned reindeer. Can't we at least pick an accurate depiction of Santa and his sleigh? Those damn reindeer have a very tight union. They do not like to be slighted.
No,
the other 3 are over the horizon.
No, I'm telling you, Santa got hungry.
Ah, there we go. Venison, anyone? Okay.
I don't know. Is reindeer meat still venison, or is it something else?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
What about elk?
I've had elk.
Take that question.
I can leave elk too, but yes, I've had elk. One of my relatives is a hunter.
This one is not. Sorry, can't do it. Heck.
Oh,
damn it! That's a good one too. All right, you know what? I will.
Darn it all! I was so looking forward to seeing it. Oh well.
We'll bring that one up. I'll find a way to do it before next week, and we'll bring it up.
It's me, you fool.
All right. And on that note, I strongly suspect we should move on with the plug and pug section of the show, shall we?
Yeah.
Any objections?
Sounds great.
Yeah, really. I would tend to agree. All right. Is everybody still in the buzzer, in the QB buzzer thing? Because I'm going to use that as the list. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All righty. In that, there's Karis. Okay, I will go down that list. All right, starting at the top of my list, Karis, tell us how cool you are and what you do.
I pushed the buzzer.
I've noticed that.
You know how to push all the buzzers.
Is that a
Oh,
euphemism?
Oh.
Okay, so I am a former fundamentalist, street evangelist, and occasional street preacher, and I have since become an atheist, and now I am a co-host on Peter's channel, which is Mind the Gap.
Alrighty.
And I occasionally come here so I can stir the waters.
And you do it so well.
And frighten tornado.
Karis, the channel is gonna go for it. It's not Mind the Gap.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
That's great.
On that note, let us Tornado, tell us how cool you are, what you do, please.
Yo, my name is Tornado Pelt. I am a changeling who plays games and debunks horse yay on the internet. And recently I've been getting into some other games, but I've also been getting into a collab with Rhetoric and Discourse himself.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, I'm getting into a collab with a cat who debunks nonsense on the internet.
What could be better?
We're working on... I've actually given him a recording for one of the debunks of Dubé's 200 proofs that the Earth is supposedly not a spinning ball. We know how well that's going for him right now because Rhetoric and Discourse has tackled up to 19 of them. He asked me to look at 39, and I righteously debunked it with lots of math. And let's just say Dubé was wrong on every point.
Really?
He got the city. He actually managed to mislocate the city once and mispronounced the city's name. So I thought he was looking for Melson somewhere. And at first I thought, well, Melson in Australia doesn't exist. It's Melson Way, which is the closest match I could find. So that's not even the proper distance away. And it's not even a port. Then I found out that because Rhetoric and Discourse told me that, oh, it's Nelson, so let's check the distance on that. Nope, it's not even 1,000 miles away. It's only 640 versus the 22 degrees and 2 minutes and 14 seconds and 1,550 miles that Dubé claimed. And it's not even that separated. So Dubé got the longitudinal separation wrong. He got the separation in degrees in general wrong. Even if you add it up to be a right triangle, he also got the distance wrong, and he got the location wrong occasionally. And he
so
and
set
as
new
a result,
standards
he
of
got
stupid.
the entirety of his math wrong. He actually calculated it using his messed up number, and I recalculated the numbers to see just how far off he was. And it turns out that he got 25,182 miles deliberately because he was using the wrong number. I recalculated the numbers, and I found out that 22 degrees, 2 minutes, and 14 seconds of arc is not 1,550 degrees or 1,550 statute miles, but actually 1,522 statute miles and some change. And using the proper math, I got a total of 24,875 miles, just 25 miles off the accepted circumference of the Earth, and with only a 0.01% or with only a 0.1% error.
Tornado.
And that error could easily be accounted for by terrain.
Tornado, spoilers. Oh, go ahead, Peter.
Yeah.
Tornado. Can as a YouTuber, can I give you a tip? When you do a Puck and Puck, you do a teaser of a video. You don't actually show the entire video, so no one has to go to your channel anymore.
Oh, that was his teaser. The full length one is even more elaborate.
Tornado. What was the word that Sai used to have to tell you?
Brevity.
Yeah. You want to remember that for plugging things.
I'm pretty sure I have a buzzer.
But I must say, it was fun to listen to.
Oh, all right. Tony has buzzed. Please proceed, Tony.
I would just like to say that that there is, I don't know whether you'd call this a fallacy, an unaddressed question, but after all of that waffle, I have no idea who Tornado Pelt is or how cool he is.
All right, give him the tornado. Give him the shirt.
Don't worry.
We'll tell you about it after.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay. Very good. Peter, you seem to be next on the list. Tell us how cool you are and what you do.
Well, I don't know if I'm cool, but yeah, I do. I talk on
He's
YouTube.
co-host on the Mind the Gap channel.
Yeah, I'm co-hosting. I'm co-hosting with Karis, and at the moment, I'm actually. I hope this is going to work because I'm talking to a guy that I want to have as a guest on our channel, and this guy is from, and wait for it, Karis Bible College.
Oh, right, that one.
So, we might have some sexually frustrated guy on our channel, or maybe Karis isn't involved in Karis Bible College.
And then another guy being interviewed.
He's
Oh no.
He's in the class that I'm teaching on Song of Solomon.
Right. Okay. I you know how I always look at I mentioned before, I always look at the public chat at just the wrong time. I'm trying to. What's on my screen at the moment? I see a comment. By the way, Sean Harford is in the public chat. Everybody say hi, Sean. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Anyway, Sean is commenting off to someone. Flirtation. Let's see. Since I've been here, you've done 2 death threats, hit on me, and now hit on Karis. And then later on down the thing is from Terry Davies, Sean Harford. But wait, the pug is next.
And I was watching side. The person that Sean sent that first message to was Arnold.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. And
so he was apparently high on codeine right now.
Oh my, that's interesting. Very good.
Possibly you could tell us how cool you are and what you do?
What? Who?
What?
I'm just saying. It's a joke.
Okay? Oh, gotcha.
It's a joke.
All right, good enough. Let's see. That's Peter. Heathgar, how cool? Tell us how cool you are and what you do.
I am me, and that's about all there is to say right now.
No, you should brag about how you're one of our sponsors on Patreon.
I am one of the sponsors on Patreon. This is true.
He is indeed.
And therefore a person of virtue and importance.
Indeed.
And I also bought 3 copies of all of RJ's books. So,
yay!
As should you all.
Help me out, Heathgar. Are you going to sponsor alcohol?
Or is alcohol going to sponsor Heathgar?
That would be cool. All right. And let's see. Cap, are you still alive?
No.
We killed Cap!
No!
And there's
You
our
bastard!
answer. There's our answer. All right. Jared, tell us how cool you are and what you do.
My brain's already shutting off.
There you go.
By the way, for those who are curious, the count this show, including the first 2 hours, 15.
Oh my, that's
my liver and brain are telling you guys fuck off.
You know,
You're beginning to slosh.
We are going to have to change the format of the show before somebody actually dies. You know that, right?
There's a reason why I only drink on Friday nights, because it takes me a few days to be completely recovered.
Understandable.
You're well lubricated now. Now you can watch the royal wedding.
Well, we can augment just a little bit. When he's on, we can change it from drink to sip.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. And okay, well, actually, anybody who was here last week, when there was, oddly enough, when there was more coherence from all of us verbally, he did a fine job of saying how cool he was. Anyway, let us see. Tony.
Yeah, I kind of got sidetracked last week. Sorry.
Well, we are just fortunate you joined us tonight.
Yeah, last week the after show should have been recorded.
The after show was fun.
I was there for that side.
We should. If we recorded the one where you guys kept sending me on YouTube searches, that would have been something.
Hey, you're the one that went on them.
What?
I took notes.
When there's something I don't know, I want to find out. I gotta
It's
break that.
really
I gotta
funny
break myself
when
of
you
that
do.
habit. It's a bad thing.
You said of that little pony, it has too many legs, and that little one should have exploded.
Yes. Indeed. All right, let's moving on down the list. Tony, tell us how cool you are, what you do.
I'm Doc Hackenslash. I don't know that I am cool, but I can tell you what I do is I network and bring networks together, and get lots of people talking about lots of things, and I go and haul myself onto the people's shows and channels just to let people know what's going on at the moment, and of course you were always kind enough to let me come and whore on your show, so that's what I'm here doing.
Well, actually, we think you are kind enough to join us. That's how we put it.
That's very kind of you.
Indeed.
So the reason for my dalliance today is to talk about the launch of my YouTube channel and the official Quantum Hug initiative, which is happening in 2 weeks and will be a 24-hour live stream, I hope, and will run into movie night, and essentially everyone's going to bowl up here, and you're going to end up with no more watches than you normally have.
Threats, eh?
Alrighty. I can't wait for that.
Should be fun.
Indeed. And I think, didn't we need to at some point talk about some kind of scheduling to kind of enhance the Quantum Hug operation or something of that sort?
Yes, and that's kind of what it's about. So I'm going to be running an all-day chat on my YouTube channel. I've got loads and loads of guests. I've got Scientist Mel, I've got Peter, I've got Amanda Glaze, Miri Bohem. All these amazing people are going to come and
Tony. I have to interject. You put me in between of Scientist Mel and Amanda Glaze. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I can think of no better place
like
to
an
be.
interesting sandwich.
I can think of no better place to be. Amanda Glaze is one of my favourite humans, and Scientist Mel is one of my best friends, and they're just all amazing, and Miri is as well. And we're going to have Mr. Oz Atheist, and we're going to have, hopefully some of you guys as well. We basically, I've got to fill 24 hours, so it's going to be a 24-hour free for all, and I need as many people to get on it as I possibly can. So if anybody wants on that stream, it's going to be either the most awesome thing that ever happened or a complete shambles, but it'll be a complete fucking scream either way. We'll have a really good time.
Make sure to leave a link in the private chat thingy so we evil people can link onto them and jump in.
Well, I certainly will. I'm going to need some advice from some of my regular YouTuber friends to sort of set some things up, and I will get all of that stuff up in the next week, and hopefully I'll be here to talk about more sort of firmness next week as well.
I'm curious, are those two descriptions mutually exclusive?
Which?
Awesome and complete train wreck?
No, they're not. No, they're not. I mean, it's going to be awesome in some sense. It will either be the best show that there's ever been, or it will just be the best show that there's ever been because it was such shambles. We spent the whole time laughing at it.
I suspect a good time will be had by all.
I certainly hope so.
Right.
How many of you are going to be there?
All?
You're all coming, aren't you? Fantastic.
Come on now. That's crazy talk. How many?
I know one who can't make it, and I'm really sorry about that. I wish he could.
And by the way, Tony, your answer does not surprise me.
Since you asked for the help for some of the YouTubers, make that talk happen, because the time's running out, and I need a few things from you, and that could actually.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you were the few YouTubers I was going after, since you constitute about half the YouTubers I know.
Lovely.
I didn't know you loved me that much, Tony.
Oh, and as for how cool I am,
yes,
not at all.
Mira Sorvino said of one of my lists that it was inspiring.
Ah,
How cool is that?
that is damn cool.
Wow.
All righty. And
and Karish was on that list as well. How inspiring is that?
Sorry?
The coolness continues.
Karish was on the list.
Which list?
The list that Mira Sorvino said was inspiring.
Oh.
And I happen to agree with her.
Alrighty.
Oh, is that the Women's Wednesday? Or the Women of Wednesday? Or the Wednesday Women? Or
yes.
Women.
That exactly.
So in case you ever wonder what Karish sounds like, no, I'm not going to say that.
That's a real bad imitation of RJ, Karis.
All right, let's.
Man, only I am supposed to do really bad imitations of RJ.
Let's see.
Ty, do the honors. Ask for a magnetic field.
I will do so. Hey, RJ, magnets. There you go. All right, and actually, since we mentioned RJ,
I should do an orphan imitation of magnetic.
RJ, since we have wrapped up the plug section and there's still time left, I need a favor. Could you fill in a little bit?
Oh, gee whiz, he said disingenuously. Well, as you can tell, I'm a humorless old fart who is very shy and retiring and hard to pull out of my little shell, and I'm just terrified of like talking with creationists because they completely overwhelm me and intimidate me. And but I'm beginning to learn that maybe I can tiptoe into the waters so that I can pulverize them into a pile of pulp. And I'm busily doing my website, and thanks to you, I'm into the YouTube things. And I've also got a couple books which everyone in the world needs to have, or at least a small proportion so far. And also I've got a GoFundMe out there. So there's many ways to give the old RJ a pat on the back. Please, please, hunk, hunk.
Indeed. And all links are available from the WordPress site, right?
Yep. All the things to all the different formats of the books, and to the GoFundMe and the Patreon and all the rest, and the link to the the YouTube channel and the whole 9 yards. And then there's tons of PDFs on there of the works that I've written that you can download and make use of and share. They're all bloody open access. All of the crap that I've assembled won't do a damn bit of good if people aren't reading it and making use of it and using it as bricks to throw at people.
That works.
Yeah, because any creationist, especially the number of nitwits that are out there that are in public office and making decisions that are affecting our lives and the lives of our children for decades to come, we cannot sit idly by while that happens.
Quite true. We have a mission.
RJ, we don't believe in God, so we're not supposed to talk about God.
Yes, well, I'll take on any deities out there, and I've already fist fighted with Quetzalcoatl, so I think all the other ones are easy.
Absolutely.
Yes, Apple Crow says, RJ, have you considered being born independently wealthy? Yeah, I've been angling on that. I'm also trying to see whether I can enjoy some of my posthumous fame while I'm still alive.
That would be handy as well. All right. Well, very good. I guess I should do a plug. Everyone else did.
Plug yourself, damn it.
All right. I am Scientist Mel. I am going to a NASA social this very day, which happens.
Your
this
voice
very
has
day.
dropped considerably, Mel.
Yeah, it's too much coffee. Anyway, and I, Scientist Mel, will be doing live streams throughout the day, and culminating in either a live stream or a recording and broadcast of an actual launch of a really big ass rocket, and it's going to be frighteningly cool. So I insist that all of you go to my Scientist Mel's YouTube channel, which is in the description, and follow me, Scientist Mel, on Twitter at Scientist Mel. There, that was my plug. Now I'll hand it back to Cy.
A very good job of putting parentheses.
Wait a minute, Cy, and visit scientistmel.com.
No, Mel. That's Scientist Mel.
Yes. Who are you talking to there? This is Scientist Mel. Is that who you're? Yes, I insist that everyone visit scientistmel.com. All right, Sai, back to you. Well, thank you.
What lovely hair you have today, Mel.
All right, that's the last plug of the day, I guess. All right, did everyone have fun with the foolishness tonight?
Yes.
Okay, and hopefully everybody recovers at some point. And remember, if anyone who is watching is in any way damaged by the content of this show or the consumption of alcohol during this show, just remember, my name is Jeranism, and have your lawyers contact me directly.
It was an especially educational evening, Sai, because I learned that the Earth is so small that hot air balloons can go thousands of miles into the sky, and that people can float away on green triangles. And I would not have known that without the benefit of that wonderful genius that we saw tonight.
That was pretty good.
Don't forget Santa's real, because we're looking at a real picture right now.
Absolutely.
But there's only 6 damn reindeers. What happened to Dasher and Prancer? They kind of actually they ran off to a state that had animals marriage, and so they're having their own future.
No, that's just because they adapted the working hours. They're on the day off.
Well, ever since the elves went on strike, it's been really a problem up there in the North Pole.
Indeed. Yeah. All right. On that note, I believe it might be time to bring on the pug. If no one has any objections,
bring on the pug. Bring on the pug.
All right. Let us first make sure that speed is returned to normal. This, as we mentioned, do not disrespect the pug.
We must always make sure that the pug is at normal speed.
Absolutely. And here we go. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you to the esteemed panel for donating your wisdom to this stream. And good night, all. Here we go.
Cue the pug.
Pug.
Hey,
are we okay? Did we consume too much alcohol to successfully accomplish good-natured banter?
Banter.
Rabble.
We have fuel. You don't. Any questions?
I don't have a shirt right now.
Oh, I failed to mention. I got new 33-inch all-terrain tires for Bob the Wonder Jeep. This is big news.
Is Bob the Wonder Jeep happy at that?
Oh, absolutely. Demanded that we head off into the deep forest. See what hell we can raise.
Oh, well, you give a Wonder Jeep an inch and they take 300 miles.
Indeed. That first video was hard to get through, wasn't it?
Yeah. There actually was a more innovative level of stupid in the second one.
Yeah.
The second one tried to be interesting.
Well, remember, in the middle of the first one, he dubate us. Where he just read from the book, line by line.
And he didn't even read the best parts of those psalms. I mean, I found much better Bible text, and good heavens, and even the droning monotone was more exciting than that guy.
Yeah, well, fortunately, Peter brought us some interesting little tidbits from the good book.
The Songs to Solomon. Yes, indeed. I'm still waiting for the musical.
Get in touch with Trey Parker and
I'm not sure if I can sing that well, James. I'm not sure if there's going to be a musical.
I am certain you can't sing that well.
How about a rom-com?
I might be as well.
Yeah, Pino says, why did nobody tell me that Channing 2 now has her own channel and video?
Now you know. All right, that's it. Good night, all. Thanks for joining us as always.
Just remember, and knowing is half the battle.
Absolutely.